Cleveland and Providence, two of the AHL's most storied cities. But in the modern era, the Monsters and Bruins have never crossed paths. That changes tonight, with Cleveland laying a 4-game winning streak on the line as they host the Providence Bruins for the first time in club history. The puck drops next on Bally Sports Great Lakes.
On a temperate evening in Northeast Ohio, the Cleveland Monsters, for the first time ever, welcome the Providence Bruins to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome inside the Monsters home rink alongside my broadcast partner, Brad Thiessen. I'm Tony Brown, and we are so excited for another season of Monsters hockey here with you on Bally Sports Great Lakes. So, Tease, let's talk about the big headline news for the Monsters heading into today's game. It broke in the early afternoon. Kent Johnson is in Cleveland, and he's in the lineup tonight. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. Monsters fans are in for a treat with this guy. Just all sorts of skill. Obviously had 40 points in the NHL with the Columbus Blue Jackets last year. Right now, with his stage of development, they feel it's best for him to be here in Cleveland and look forward to watching him here tonight.
5th overall pick in 2021. Let's bring in from the Joe Tate Perch, the third member of our broadcast team, Jock Callender. Jock, talk a little bit, if you would, about the skills that Kent Johnson brings to the table. He can do it all.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of highlight reel stuff here. He's not the rebound in the crease kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that makes unbelievable passes, sweet plays. The Michigan goal I've seen him do, and many more. Playing World Juniors, watching him on Columbus last year. He makes some amazing plays.
It'll be interesting to see his elite talent on this stage at this level, but let's talk, too, about the way the Monsters have been playing as of late, Tease. A 4-game winning streak coming into tonight's game. They're 5-2, third place in the division, and they've been consistently good this season.
Yeah, they really have. I know the talk the last few days with their game on Wednesday night where they weren't overly pleased with their effort, but when you can when you get 2 points out of it, you can be happy with that. So look for them to have a little bit of a bounce back here today.
Well, it's always sort of a period of finding your footing at the start of the season, but the Monsters have found a way to win some of these close games, thanks in large part to the goaltending they're getting from Jet Greaves. Another outstanding performance, 35 saves in regulation and OT on Wednesday in the win over GR. He's been one of, if not the best player for Cleveland this year.
Yeah, he has. He's a third-year pro now, so he's really starting to find his game here at this American Hockey League level and take that next step in his development, be a guy that can be counted upon in the net, and a guy that's emerging as a leader, too, in the locker room.
Let's see how the Monsters can be built for success in tonight's game, presented by our friends at Rocket Mortgage. And Tease, what do you got as key factors for Cleveland tonight?
Yeah, we just talked about Mr. Reliable here, Jet Greaves. Seventh start of the season tonight in 8 games. He's got 5 wins leading the AHL, and he's just providing the Monsters a chance to win each and every night. And then we go to the old reliable as well, Trey Fix-Wolansky. New year here, also still leading the team in points, 11 points, and he's the catalyst offensively. Look for him to do the same tonight.
Points in 4 straight games for Fix-Wolansky as well. Coming up, the first ever meeting between the Monsters and Providence Bruins. We'll drop the puck and hear from Coach Vogelhuber after this on Bally Sports Great Lakes.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a pharmacist for Discount Drug Mart, but that's not all I am. I'm a healthcare provider, good listener, and a problem solver. I've been a pharmacist for Drug Mart for over 30 years, and that's a long time to get to know your patients. And each week we hear as many concerns as there are patients. Just the other day, I special ordered a medication for Mrs. Briscoe, just to make sure she didn't miss a dose. I'm proud that our patients trust me with their pharmacy needs, and I promise that Discount Drug Mart will always be there for you.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the store that saves you the runaround, and by SeatGeek. SeatGeek handles the tickets so Monsters fans can fan. SeatGeek.
Kenny Rhoda welcoming you back here to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm just outside the Monsters locker room where head coach Trent Vogelhuber getting his team ready to take on the Bruins tonight. Now, earlier we had a chance to catch up with Coach, and we wanted a scouting report on rookie forward Cameron Butler, who's making his season debut here tonight.
A big body, plays hard, he's got the tools, he can move, he can shoot. So excited to get him in. I know he's super excited. But yeah, he's a hard-nosed player that plays in straight lines, can get on the forecheck and disrupt, can use his big body, gets in front of the net, has some skill to go along with it. So yeah, first game of the year, obviously. I know he's excited, probably a little bit of nerves, but he'll settle in quickly for us.
So yes, Tony, coach is hoping the Butler will do it in the arena with the hockey stick here tonight. Up to you.
Thank you so much, Kenny, with the clue reference there. I like that, Tease. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders here. It's Jet Greaves leading the league in saves, second in minutes played, leading the league with 5 wins. He's won 4 in a row. This is his 6th consecutive start. And on the other side, Brandon Bussey, Tease, 1-2-2 in 5 appearances. But Jet's been one of the key storylines for the team in the early part of the season, as we talked about in the Open. And what I love about him, I say it all the time, he wants to play every night.
Yeah, he really does. He's always asking. Never wants a night off, and yeah, with his consistent play right now, there's no reason to give him that night off.
So the Monsters and Bruins starting a new chapter in what was once a pretty fierce American Hockey League rivalry. There's Ryan Muginel. He is the head coach of the Bruins, 45 years old in his 3rd season as the bench boss for Providence. And on the other side, Trent Vogelhuber in his 2nd campaign as the head coach of the Monsters, and looking for a more complete effort tonight. A win's a win, Tease, but on Wednesday, I know Trent and his staff were not totally happy with that performance.
Yeah, when you can learn the lessons from a win, it's always makes for a better practice day. But I think the whole team, coaching staff, everyone was kind of in agreement that Wednesday night there was some holes in their game that they can iron through tonight.
Here we go. The puck is down at center, and we're underway for the first time ever. The Monsters, the Providence Bruins, tonight from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Monsters in their white uniforms, and the Bruins in black, looking just like their NHL affiliates. As a big shot comes cranking high and wide to the right from Dan Renouf. Monster fans remember that name from his days in Grand Rapids. On shot from the center point, snared by Greaves, and we're off and rolling here. First minute, first period, no score, and the Bruins a couple of early shots. Jet just building some confidence, feeling the puck a little bit. You want that right off the hop.
Yeah, it's a nice outside shot. Billy Squeezy, Marcus Bjork keeping Bruins out of his sight lines, and see number 20 Curtis Hall getting the start for the Bruins there tonight. Cleveland native, nice for him to be able to come home and play in front of a bunch of family and friends, I bet.
Yeah, and he's got a bunch of family and friends here. That is for sure for the Chagrin Falls native. Kind of a fun treat whenever these guys that hail from the area get to come back and play in a building that they probably have been in plenty growing up. Face-off controlled by Cleveland in the D zone. And now out at the left point with it there is Lizell. He'll send it down the wall. And here's a chance for Anthony Richard, another familiar name, but this time he elevates it over the left shoulder of Greaves. First minute of the opening period. Another save for Greaves here. Picks it off the playing surface there, offered by Richard. And that'll stop time. 19:19 to go in the opening period. Hey fans, the Monsters would like to thank the University Hospitals Drasinski Sports Medicine Institute, the Vision Development Team, Ohio's Center for Oral Surgery, and Bubanic Chiropractic for being the official medical team of the Cleveland Monsters. While we have the opportunity, let's take a look at the bottom of your screen there at our UH Drasinski Sports Medicine Injury and Scratch Report, or we will when we have the opportunity here. Monsters with 3 injuries, all upper body ailments and day-to-day problems for Stanislav Sposel, Stefan Matteau, and Eric Robinson. Also out tonight, James Malatesta and Cole Clayton. Back to action with Brendan Gaunt supplying a hit there at the top of his defensive zone on former Utica Comet Riley Walsh. Walsh now swoops into the Monsters zone and backhands one around the end boards. As Cleveland goes to work in search of possession here. Jake Christensen able to extract that puck, feeds Hunter McCown. McCown accelerates. He'll hit the offensive blue line. His shot quickly turned away with a poke check from Walsh, the defenseman, and Providence will take over. Here's Brunet into the offensive zone for the Bruins. This one pushed behind the net and in fact out of play for Jesper Boqvist. And that will stop the clock. 18:28 to go in the opening period and no score as Jet Greaves settling in here. What's it like, Tease, when you see a team you're unfamiliar with? I mean, at the start of the season, you're unfamiliar with everybody, but the Monsters have never looked across the way and seen this logo. Is there some sort of adjustment?
Maybe just a little bit, trying to watch video, trying to look it up and down the roster, maybe some stats, kind of see who are the guys that you got to look out for as a goalie. Maybe some of their video clips of how they score their goals, just so you have a better idea when certain guys are coming down on you, what to look for.
18:26 to go in the first period. Monsters win a draw on their own end. It'll be hoisted by Blankenberg out through center, and the Bruins will settle it down. Here's Regula, formerly with the Chicago Blackhawks organization, sends one behind the net, and the Monsters able to catch up to it on the left wall. Have Sam Kanazko pressing one around the boards. Now it's dished to Meyer all alone in front to the backhand. Oh, and he hit the post. Josh Dunn came up with the puck behind the net. What a move by Meyer, and now another shot from Carson. Gloved by Bussey and held. What a chance.
Yeah, nice job by the Monsters on the forecheck there, causing the turnover. Justin Pearson, nice pass to Carson Meyer. Makes a really good move to the backhand, just couldn't put it by the post.
Squarely off the iron there, and it was a tremendous find by Justin Pearson, who's back in the lineup again today. He really seems to me, Tease, to be a guy in the bottom six of the forward group who's sort of making some people notice this year in the early going.
Yeah, he really has. He opened up a lot of eyes at training camp down in Columbus with some of his exhibition games that he played, and he's carried that over here to the Monsters. Real good energy forward that Coach Vogelhuber can put out in that third, fourth line.
Couple of offerings there from sharp angles for Luca Del Bel-Beluz. The rookie is back in the lineup for Cleveland, and here he is with the puck along that far wall. He'll send it to Bjork, dropped off, long offering. This one for Puccia was knocked down, and boy, in some pain now is the guy that got in the way. That's Michael Callahan as the puck is iced, and the face-off will come all the way back down into the Providence zone. Hey, fans, think you know who's going to score the first goal of tonight's game? Play Guess the Goal, presented by Fubo, and your correct guess can score you a signed photo, plus a shot at tickets in a suite at a Monster game. Play Guess the Goal, presented by Fubo on the Monsters app during every home game. Face-off in the O-zone for the Monsters here. Early stages, period one, shots 3-2 for Cleveland, and it will be the Bruins controlling the draw. Fired off the left wing boards and out to the neutral zone. It's now forced inside the Cleveland line. Jake Christensen is there, left corner of the Monster zone. Great move to shed that forechecker, but coming up with the puck is Justin Brazeau. Tries to wrap it around the right post and ends up picked up by Kent Johnson, his first touch in the American League. Rink-wide feed to Fix Wolanski. He'll force that down behind the goal line as Brendan Gaunce, the captain, picks up, turns, fires, and that one hit the post too. Looks like it got past the short side of Bussey there and off the iron.
Yeah, that shot looked like it surprised Bussey and got on him a little quicker than he expected.
Christensen down the left wall, sent a shot wide. Here's Johnson picking up on his offhand. Great feed, what a look, and a save. Bussey shuts down Christensen. I have a feeling those two are going to create some chemistry. Good friends.
Yeah, when you're on the ice with Kent Johnson, you better be ready for that puck because he can see things that not many guys can.
It's already fun to watch. That is a pass that doesn't get made in this league all that often. Monsters working in the O-zone still. 16:25 left in the scoreless first period. Blankenberg with a nice hit at center. Now the puck inside the Monster blue line. Arsenault harassing Sam Kanazko. Nice job for Sam. And now off the wall, pushed onto the stick of Cameron Butler in his first game of the season for Cleveland. Stepping up was Kanazko on that Providence zone entry, and now the Monsters escape. Here's Angle, nice feed, Butler alone, and it's just wide. Oh, in his first game of the campaign, you won't get a better scoring chance than that, and just off the mark for Butler.
Butler was screaming up the middle, and Tyler Angle laid a nice little area pass for him to go in all alone, just couldn't find the net on that.
So the Monsters, a couple of early chances to score with Meyer hitting the post and then that Butler breakaway. And so it's still 0-0. Puck in behind the Cleveland cage. Forced up the left wing boards there by Providence, but the Monsters take over. Dunn will chip it deep. Meyer nudges that puck even further. Able to grab it in the corner is Frederick Brunet. Puck out to the right point. Marcus Bjork there for the Monsters. Shuttles it down the wall. Brunet picks up down low and then nearly carried it into a dangerous spot. As the puck now able to be grabbed by Pearson near his offensive blue line. Down the right wing boards for Bjork. Bjork on his forehand into the middle. Meyer turns and fires. Bussey got a piece. Dunn was lurking, but the Bruins hop on it, and Richard gets sandwiched at center as Cleveland will force one back out to center ice.
Another good O-zone shift there. Marcus Bjork finding Carson Meyer for another shot on net.
Bruins reverse it right to Carson Meyer. Wrong guy as he is pinned up on the end wall. It's now out to the left point for Christensen. Looking for the ice-breaking goal. Christensen leaves it for Del Bel Belluz. He'll find Kuhlman's, rink wide, fired, and that one from McCown came close, but wide to the left of Bussy. Forced back around as the threat continues for Cleveland. It's Christensen, his shot off the body of the Bruins defender, and that'll go out of play. 14:37 left in this first period. Still no score. The Monsters with plenty of chances in the early stages.
Yeah, a lot of good puck movement in the O-zone for the Monsters. They're getting that puck in deep, forcing some turnovers, and able to get at least 3 golden opportunities already on Bussy.
And we just saw in the replay there too, setting a physical tone as well. Cleveland seems pretty engaged after Providence had possession on that first shift. It's been all down in the Bruins zone ever since.
Yeah, it has. I think you can see the Monsters took some of the lessons that they learned from Wednesday night and have come out ready to go here.
Turning off the top of the circle there was McCown as the puck rolls into the corner. Waiting there along that right wing wall in the defensive zone for Providence was Georgi Merkulov, and now the Monsters control. It's McCown out high. He'll leave it near the right point with Kuhlman's. That into the middle for Mikhail Pucha, and the Bruins take over. Nice job, though, by Jake Christensen at center. He quickly takes the puck right back for the Monsters, and now McCown with some crossovers finds that center red line, dumps it in, and chases after it here, applying the forecheck, and the puck carrier Renouf. Stuffed out to center. Played back for Pucha. He'll chip it in deep. Monsters will take the opportunity to get a change. 13:53 left in the opening period, and no score yet. Puck scrubbed out to center. Knozgo able to grab it, and he'll tap it right on Bussy's cage, and Bussy then with the goal stick will leave it for his defenseman. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Monsters. Outlet feed ahead off the shin pads there of Brazo, and the Monsters on the delayed offside will have lots of time to break out. Knozgo to his right for Blankenberg at center. He'll drop it off for Kent Johnson. Johnson down to the right corner. Backhands one off the end boards. Fix-Wolanski going to find Johnson, but the puck bounces a bit before it gets to him on the right wall. He'll skate down the half boards again. Survey his options. Backhands one into the slot. That ends up at the point for Blankenberg to hold the line on a would-be Providence clear. Blankenberg gallops to the base of the left circle. Puck back out. Knozgo fires, and that one knocked down in the slot and then forced over to the right side of the offensive zone. Gauntz to the line for Knozgo. Finds Blankenberg at the left point. Into the corner for Fix-Wolanski. Center blue Knozgo. Slides it right circle. It's Gauntz into the middle. Fix-Wolanski just wide of that stick side of Bussy. It's off the end boards, and Cleveland still in possession here as Regula will ultimately come away with the puck, find Riley Walsh, and Providence finally escapes.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure from Providence in their D zone. The Monsters are finding a lot of space and room to move around and make some plays.
Puck to the left point there, Vincent Arsenault. He was a Lake Erie Monster once upon a time for a brief period. Well-traveled enforcer of sorts in the minor leagues for the last several years. Arsenault now, the Bruins organization, sees Angle pick this one up. He'll twirl inside the Cleveland blue line, feeds a pass to Billy Sweezy. Sweezy ahead, Cam Butler able to get a stick on that as we've got 12 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. York went down on his wallet there at center, but was able to force the puck north. Now Brunet feeds to his right, and the Bruins push it across the Monster line as Cleveland quickly will regroup. Here's Butler on the entry, trying to clip one into the middle there for Rowan Sillinger to no avail. Crunches into the corner there, does Sillinger, as the Bruins now will exit their defensive zone. John Farinacci into the right in front of Jet Greaves there, and there wasn't anything to shoot at. It's Jet completely sealed up on the right post, but he fired it anyway. We'll step away, no score midway through the first in Cleveland. Monsters nothing, Providence Bruins nothing, and much more ahead on Bally Sports Great Lakes. ask him. I can ask. I was talking to Tease. Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Monsters and Providence Bruins scoreless midway through the first period, and fans, if the Monsters are in the lead after the first period, Global Transport will donate $100 to the Monsters Community Foundation. The current total stands at $200 so far. Thank you to Global Transport for assisting us in supporting our Northeast Ohio community. Back with Brad Thiessen, Jock Callender, Kenny Rhoda downstairs. Tony Brown here with you for Monsters Hockey on Bally Sports Great Lakes. First ever meeting between the Monsters and Providence Bruins as the Bruins win a draw in their offensive zone. Long shot came through. Reeves in good position. Now this kicks off the skate of Brunet. Jock, what have you seen in the first half of this first period here? Tease was saying Monsters having lots of room to operate in the offensive zone.
Yeah, and they're getting that because they're forechecking so well and making Providence turn the puck over. They're getting right on them. I don't know if that's something they saw in the video or they're just hungry tonight, but they're getting all over them.
Spinning shot there for Josh Dunn, right on for a save by Bussey. Now it's back to the Monster line where Kuhlman's played ahead in search of Justin Pearson. Puck now forced and kicked onto the stick of Meyer. Toe drag, release, and that one spiked a little bit wide left of Bussey. Bruins try to use the kick plate to feed it to center. Christensen there on the left point, swipes one towards the net and wide. Here's Hunter McCown now, right corner of his offensive end. Gives it to Meyer. Meyer skates behind the net on his forehand, working towards that left corner. Gives off now to Luca Del Bel Baluz on the wall. Del Bel Baluz got tangled with his counterpart, Meyer, in the area, but it's back to Christensen at center, and he will snap that puck across to Blankenberg. Steps across the line, came back to the neutral zone, dumps it in. Pucha on scene first. Out to the left point for Knozko. Held the line once and twice, despite a lot of pressure there in front of the Bruins bench. And now Providence will finally nudge one ahead. But the Monsters right back after it. Del Bel Baluz finds Pucha. Now McCown's into the O zone. He'll try to feed it to Mikhail Pucha. McCown comes away with it. Then tried to center one off the skates of Del Bel Baluz and stopped by Bussey. And it's every single line right now, guys, keeping the threat going in the offensive zone.
Yeah, it's wave after wave with the Monsters right now. Each line going out and kind of feeding off the one before and playing in the offensive zone.
Yeah, they're hungry. These guys are fighting for ice time. There's so many good players. You got to prove yourself every shift or else someone else will take your spot.
Looking for that first goal of the game here. Who's it going to be? 9:40 left in the opening period, just under that. Now the Bruins work it around. Shot from the left circle. Stopped by Greaves. Is sliding over. He was able to deny the shooter, Jason Megna. That'll send us to a break. Still scoreless in Cleveland. Monsters and Bruins play on after this on Bally Sports Great Lakes.
Go to monstersteamshop.com. Find the best selection of official Monsters merchandise, including the black and blue collection, hoodies, hats, tees, and more, at Center Ice.
Hey, Monsters fans, we need some more energy out here.
Back at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, Monsters, Providence Bruins scoreless midway through the opening period. And fans, if you want to win 2 free tickets to a future Monster home game, send me a question on Twitter at TonyBrownPXP. If we pick your question to answer on the air in the second intermission, you win. Don't forget that Ask the Booth hashtag. You have to have that. Face off to the right side of the Monsters defensive zone. Cleveland looking great in those new white uniforms. The white uniforms, the black uniforms, the blue ones too, tees, all on sale at Center Ice, the Monsters' new team shop. That is breaking news as of today.
Everything looks sharp out there. These new jerseys are really popping. A lot of positive feedback.
Yes, indeed. A lot of positive feedback on the arrival of Kent Johnson. Maybe not from the Bruins so far, but he slides a pass back into the Cleveland zone. Here's Bjork. Bjork able to scald one that is not quite able to be picked up by Johnson cleanly there, but he catches up to it in the corner. Callahan couldn't possess. Now Fix-Wolansky joins the party, and he comes away with the puck. Finds Gauntz. Quick release. That went wide. Thuds off the end wall, and now will be gathered off the back of the net here by Dan Renouf for Providence. We've got 8:40 left in this first period, and no score yet. Puck now handled by Fix-Wolansky. Back to Christensen. He'll spin inside his own line, feed his partner Corson Coolmans. Former Wisconsin Badger got that one deep on the deflection from Sillinger. Now it's Cam Butler. Butler along the wall in a crowd. Has this forced back behind the net. Providence arrives on site first. It's Frederick Brunet to center for Christensen. He'll snap one around the end boards. Able to at least try to pick it up was Riley Walsh. Now the Monsters continue to make life difficult inside the Providence zone. Angle comes away with the puck in the corner. Forced off his stick. Down from the left point, trying to keep things alive was Coolmans. Back out to center. Butler with a rink-wide feed, hoping for Angle on the offensive blue line. It drifted away. Now it's Arsenault offering himself as a passing option, but this will be skated in by Trevor Kuntar. And now, I believe the shot won't count. Offside had been whistled there, and so a bit of a reaction to the shooter Kuntar there from the Monster defense.
Yeah, Monsters defense is letting them know that they're not going to let that fly. A little bit of a late shot.
Speaking of shots, there haven't been a ton in this game for either team. Just 5 for Providence so far, 8 for the Monsters, but no scoring. 7:48 left in this first period. No penalties either. Draw controlled by Providence. They'll slap it around the end boards. Sam Knozko on the touch from Blankenberg connects with Pearson on the left wing. Now it's back behind the Monsters net. Blankenberg on the pass from Knozko. Outlets ahead, hoping for Dunn. Off the shin pads of Meyer at center. Bruins track their way into the zone, but offside, and so we'll have another face-off at center in just a moment here. Chuck, what do you want to see from the Monsters here to break through, score a goal by the time the first intermission rolls around here? They've had all that time in the O-zone, but they haven't found a way to beat Bussy yet.
Yeah, well, they've had some quality chances, so more of the same. They've hit the post a couple times.
Yep.
They've had probably 4 really high-end chances. I think a lot more than what Providence has had so far. Just keep on the forecheck, and they'll capitalize here eventually.
Yeah, Jock, Bussy, a right-handed catching goalie for Monsters shooters. When they look up and see that, is that something a little bit unsettling? That's something that you normally don't see in a goalie.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think as the goal scorers, they don't even look at the goalie. They look at the net.
Look at the open areas.
Look at the opening. So,
well, there's not many open areas with Jet Greaves as he made another save there on the left post. Now the puck out to the high slot, fed by Callahan to his right. Richard back to Callahan for the Bruins. He'll feed it to Renouf. Renouf looking for a seam off the stick of Del Bell. Balloons, it's banked in from below the goal line. The Bruins have scored. It's Fabian Lysell, a thing of beauty, and it's 1-0 Providence.
Yeah, that's a skill play from Lysell. He got the puck below the goal line and saw that Jack Reeves was trying to recover back to his post and was able to bank that in off him before he got back.
Well, great stick by Del Bell to keep it from being a direct pass, but then it didn't give Jet enough time to get back to his post.
So Lysell gets the goal. Renouf the primary assist, unless that's taken away with the deflection by Del Bell Blues. Regardless, second of the year for Lysell, 5th point. The time of the goal, 13 minutes and 13 seconds. Is that unlucky or what?
A little bit of both. A little bit of a skill on Lysell's part, former first-round pick, and a little bit of I think Jet's probably going to want to have that one back.
So the Monsters trailing the Bruins now, 1-0. 6.5 left in the first period. We're back to action here. Here's Justin Pearson cutting to his forehand, high slot. He ran out of room there. The puck onto the stick of Bjork at center. He'll dump it in. Bussy leaves it for his defenseman. And Callahan will start the breakout now for the Bruins. 6:15 left in the first. 1-0 on the goal for Lysell. Here's Greaves from behind his own net. Gave it away and then had to get back in time to corral that shot that came from Jesper Boquist. as he'll hang on to it. That'll stop the clock again. 6:10 left in the first, but he had to get back to the crease in a hurry.
Yeah, just kind of misconnected on that breakout pass to Marcus Bjork and ended up on the stick of the Providence Bruin forward and was able to get back to snag that one before it found the net.
Monsters looking to find a way to get the crowd into it a little bit here. It's with a 1-0 lead for Providence and 6:10 left in the first. A great time to give the fans something to cheer about. If you're Cleveland, it doesn't always have to be a goal either.
No, look for just a little spark or anything, whether it's a hit, maybe someone drops the gloves, get in a fight. Probably not with this line, the first line out here, but maybe these guys can play some in the offensive zone and create some excitement that way.
Looks like the centerman broke their stick there, rather the Providence centerman, that is Georgi Merkulov. So he's got a replacement twig, and he's back to take on Gauntz on this face-off inside the Monster zone, although he's kicked out of the draw. And instead, it'll be Boquist taking, but the Monsters win it. Try to play it off the glass to center, no luck, as it was held in by Brunet. He'll feed behind the net. This one pushed by Jesper Boquist up the left side. Brunet to his right, that shot blocked. Able to be picked up by Fix-Wolansky, but turned back over, and Riley Walsh retreats inside his own line. Pass forward is clipped into the Monsters zone. Bruins changing. Christensen had that puck roll on him as he tried to execute that breakout feed. Then it's around the kick plate for Gauntz in front of the Monsters bench. The Bruins have it. Spinning, that one offered towards the left corner. But again, controlled by Providence here as Christensen tries to get this puck to calm down. Feeds it to Kuhlmans. Pass ahead, received by Fix-Wolansky in grand fashion, and he's away. Sliding in front, tipped by Gauntz, stopped by Bussey, hangs on as things deteriorate at the top of the crease at the end of the play. That went from nothing to something in a hurry.
Yeah, there's the excitement we're looking for. Trey Fix-Wolansky coming down that right wing there, feeds it in front. Brendan Gauntz with a deflection on net, and a lot of chaos ensues afterwards.
Yeah, going after one another there down to the ice. I don't think you can call it a real fight, but it was Fix-Wolansky all tangled up with a Providence Bruin. We'll sort it out when we come back. If there are any penalties, it certainly looks like there will be. 1-0 for the Bruins. Monsters looking to tie it late in the first when we return to Cleveland on Bally Sports Great Lakes.
Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Kenny Rhoda. Here's what's coming your way during the first period intermission. As always, we'll grab one of the Monsters players as they come off the ice. We'll talk about the first 20 minutes of action. Gina Hart from the American Cancer Society will join us, and we'll take a look at the stats and the highlights from the first period. But for right now, we send it back upstairs to Tony Brown.
Our thanks to the one and only Kenny Roadman Rhoda downstairs, doing a great job as always. Great to catch up with Kenny prior to the broadcast today, but back alongside Brad Thiessen and Jock Callender. Tony Brown with you for the Monsters and their attempt at 4-on-4 here to tie this game at 1. So 4-on-4, Jock, lots of room for the playmakers and the goal scorers out there on the ice.
Yeah, your skill guys.
Here's a shot from McCown. That went off the pad of Bussey. Picked up by Puccia. Right now it's Kanazko, McCown, Puccia, and lurking Nick Blankenberg out in the slot. Here's McCown down below the Providence goal line, and he has the puck taken away from him by Brunet. Bruins now trying to gain the neutral zone. Richard patiently feeds Brunet now. Blankenberg with him, stride for stride, and a shot stopped with the left toe by Jet Greaves. McCown at center wants to give his teammates a chance to get a change, and then will probably head off as well. Gives the puck to Kent Johnson. Johnson loves that extra room out there, you can bet. Here he hits the offensive blue line, feeds to his left, Gaunce back to Johnson, and that one sharply released, but off the glass wide.
Yeah, I like the going back to that scrum in front of the net. I like Trey Fix-Wolansky getting his nose dirty in there and just trying to create a little momentum for the Monsters and take another guy to the box with him.
Here's Callahan down from the right point. Bruins defenseman waits behind the net. Tried to connect there with Merkulov to no avail, and now the Monsters will control. It's Christensen. Ducks the shoulder, cuts up ice from behind the cage. Christensen flips to his left and just offside as the pass was released just as the team hit the blue line there. So the draw to center momentarily. 26 seconds left in the 4-on-4 here, 3:44 left in the first. Shots 10-9 for Cleveland, but a 1-0 lead for the Providence Bruins as Renouf and Callahan get the helpers on Lazelle's second of the year at even strength, 13-13 of this opening period.
Tease, do you think that the goaltenders, the reverse V, do you think the shooters are starting to get used to that? I'm seeing a lot of goals short side where guys are down by the goal line and they're shooting it up high under the bar, and you're seeing a lot of highlights of that in the NHL also. So you think that the shooters are getting used to that?
Yeah, definitely. The shooters are starting to see maybe a little bit of daylight, and they're also so skilled right now that they feel like they can score from anywhere. So they're taking those shots from maybe bad angles that maybe they normally wouldn't because they feel like they can score, and every once in a while those are finding their way to the back of the net.
Well, that last shot attempt there from Megna went all the way back into the Providence zone, and now the Bruins attack again as the penalties have released. We're back to full and even strength in both directions. 5-on-5 here for the final 3 minutes of the first. Monsters looking to tie, down 1-0. Here's Angle, hits the red line, fires one right on. Bussy grabs it in the glove, then lets it go. No, he hung on to it. And so the whistle sounds, 2:49 left in the period. Still 1-0 for Providence here. Monsters have had the luxury this season, guys, of playing some of their top offensive weapons, guys like Carson Meyer, in a lot of different places in the lineup. And when you're as deep as Cleveland's been to start the season, you can make choices like that, mix things up.
Yeah, and he fits anywhere in the lineup, whether he's on a scoring line or an energy line, or he plays the game the right way and he's in the right spots and can bang the body, and I think line mates really like playing with Carson when he's on their line.
Yeah, leading the Monsters with 4 goals. This puck tossed in front of Greaves. He had to make a decision. Do I wait for the puck? Do I come out of the crease? He made the right one, swatting it to the wall. Now Meyer tries to enter the Bruins zone. Stick goes flying as Carson hit Callahan there. Back in the Monsters zone. Kuhlman's to center for Meyer. Meyer dumps it in. Pearson down that left wing side. Couldn't pick up the puck cleanly. And the Bruins escape. Here's Kuntar into the Monsters zone. Fires, and that one gloved by Greaves. He quickly spit it free. Josh Dunn wasn't ready for that. And now it's dropped back out towards the Monsters slot, but Christensen was there to center. Retreating, Riley Walsh. We're under 2 minutes to play in the opening period. 1-0 lead for Providence on that goal for Lizelle at 13-13. Thompson in and feeding that one towards the net, but it was out of the reach of his target, McLaughlin. Now this one will be dropped back into that left corner of the Monsters zone. Trying to meet Brazo there was Christensen. Then in front of the net, Kuhlmans kicks one in the direction of Pucha. And Mikhail Pucha, who had the shootout winner on Wednesday, gets it deep to the Providence zone. 90 seconds left, turned over, and McCown spun and fired, and it was just high and wide to the glove side of Bussy. Monsters still in control. Pucha trying to connect with Del Bel Belluz. Deflects now to McCown, and this will be grabbed by Providence and scraped inside the Monster line for Kanozko to recover there. Gotta like the chemistry there with the 2 rookies, Del Bel Belluz and McCown on that line.
Yeah, a lot of skill amongst those 3, and we're able to create a turnover there. And Hunter McCown, I think, would like that shot back. Didn't miss the net by a little bit more than I think he was hoping for.
54 seconds, so less than a minute to go in this first period. 1-0. Providence leads. Monsters would love to get a cheap one here late in the frame and equalize. Fix-Wolansky watching Zabarl. Jakob Zabarl up that left wing side of the Providence zone. Only got it as far as the half boards. Now it's Fix-Wolansky again. Tried to flick it on the backhand to that cross corner. This time couldn't get it to go. It's Richard creeping in. Feeding to his right as Providence gets a redirection. That one coming towards the net off the stick of Lizelle, but Greaves with the puck along the ice able to make the stop. Here's Lizelle again. 19 seconds left. This time he doesn't have reinforcements. And so a deflected pass fired on and a save made on Merkulov with the right toe of Greaves. He's been sharp when he's needed to as this puck is lifted out of play on a deflection, so no penalty, but a draw in the D zone coming up here. And Tease, he hasn't had a lot to do. He's had long stretches of inactivity here, but Jet has come up with the big saves, just like on that last shift when the Monsters have needed one.
Yeah, a couple sharp saves there, especially in the last 30 seconds of this first period. That's, as a goalie, you want to make sure you're coming up with those big saves at the key moments of the game, and this would be one of them.
Dunn v. Merkulov on this draw. One back by the Bruins. Played to the left point, Renouf waits. Little shot pass attempt there off the stick of Dunn into the netting. And that leaves just 2.9 seconds left in the first period. Jock, we know you can score a goal in 2.9 seconds, but you don't have a lot of time. You have to be efficient. How would you go about this if you're taking this O-zone face-off right now?
Well, you got to pull it back for a one-timer. I mean, I guess you could shoot it forward, but it's the Monsters are going to pack it in there as you see 4 guys. Yep. So I think you got to pull it down back and quick one-timer.
So that's what Megna will try to do here. He's got Merkulov waiting, got the puck to him. Monsters lay out, try to block the shot, and then the horn sounds after Greaves made a blocker save in the dying moments. One period is complete. The score 1-0 for Providence, and it's the Monsters make their way off the ice here, guys. They got to feel as though they played better than being down 1-0 in that first period, don't you think?
Yeah, there were stretches of good, stretches of not so good for the Monsters. I think there was probably a 9 or 10 minute stretch where they really took it to the Bruins, and I think the last 7-8 minutes of that period, the Bruins kind of turned the tables and were able to capitalize on some maybe some sloppy Monsters play and play more on the offensive zone.
Jock, what stuck out to you in that first period? What'd you think of Kent Johnson?
I thought the Monsters started out strong, and like T said, the momentum kind of switched. They quit forechecking. They spent a lot of time in the Providence zone, but the last little while, Providence is starting to get the momentum especially after they scored. Kent, he made a couple of nice passes, a couple good plays, but it's going to take him a little time to get used to the league, and he hasn't played a lot at Columbus this year, so a little bit of timing and things like that.
All right, we'll go downstairs now. Kenny Rhoda has Billy Sweezy with him, courtesy of Labatt Blue.
Thanks, Tony. Billy, down 1-0, but a lot of opportunities early, so assess that first period for me.
Yeah, a lot of positive for us. I think we're playing pretty well. Coaches challenged us to respond from the way we played the other day, just be a little bit more detailed, and I think the guys are doing a really good job with it. We're on them pretty hard on the forecheck right now. Just keep it simple. That's going to be our key.
Is it a matter of just keep doing what you're doing and eventually you'll find the back of the net with some of those scoring chances?
Yeah, we had a lot of good looks, right? Guys are making plays up there. I think our execution can come up a little bit, especially coming out of the D zone, but I think if we stick to overall what we're doing here, we're going to be in good shape.
How about Jet in goal? I know he gave up one there, but other big stops as well. He seems to be playing at such a high level, not only tonight but all season.
Yeah, he's been on a heater so far, so he's playing well. He gives us confidence back there, which is always nice when you can get that out of your goalie. And he's a guy that works, probably harder than anybody else on the team, so it's paying off for him. Last
thing, periods 2 and 3, what do you guys have to do here to make it 5 in a row?
Yeah, I think I said it. Just kind of execute, play hard, play detailed in the way we want to do it, and we should be in a good spot.
Billy, thanks for this. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, the Monsters with some work to do after one period, trailing 1-0 to the Bruins. Stay tuned. We're just getting started with the first period intermission here from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Plenty more of action to come right here on the Monsters Hockey Network.
Marie is ready to buy her first home.
But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks.
Good thing I have big news. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? It's a good deal, right?
Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
Tonight, Dad came with. He didn't want his little sweet potato to be here without him. But now, he really wishes she was here without him. Next time, he'll just let her roll with her new entourage. And he'll only trust SeatGeek with the tickets. Because when she finds her happy place, he can find his way back to the car. The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams.
Let's go!
As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
Cleveland! Where you at?
This place is on fire right now.
Where you at?
Can you believe it?
Where you at?
Oh, look at this!
Where you at? Monday Night Raw is where it's at. Where you at?
Welcome to Monday Night Raw!
Live in Cleveland, Monday, December 11th. Tickets and ringside packages available now.
Kenny Rhoda welcoming you back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, where the Monsters trail the Bruins 1-0 after one period of play. The Monsters are committed to positively impacting the lives of youth in Northeast Ohio through the power of hockey. The Monsters Community Foundation proudly supports organizations and programs that share in our mission. For more information or to apply for a grant, visit clevelandmonsters.com/community. And right now we're joined by Gina Hart from the American Cancer Society. Gina, thanks so much for joining us here. Hockey fights cancer. We were talking off the air. I like the tie-in there. And the American Cancer Society, how long has it been around?
We are actually celebrating a really big birthday this year. We started back in 1913. We have been saving lives for 110 years.
Wow. So happy birthday to you there with that. And as far as the fight against cancer, what strides, I guess, have been made? That's always something I think all of us have lost somebody to cancer, and we're hoping that strides are being made. What strides are being made?
Absolutely. Our mission is to end cancer for everyone. Of course, I'm a cancer survivor myself, so it's very important to me. The fact that we have seen death decreases by 33% since 1991. That is equivalent to 3.8 million lives saved. Wow. Yes.
That's awesome. Great numbers, and we hope those numbers continue to go up. As far as the critical areas, I was reading the press release. Share with our viewers what the critical areas are.
Yeah, of course, discovery. We put a good amount of funds into discovery because we do want to end cancer. I always tell people, put me out of a job, please. Yeah. We put a lot of funds into patient support. Things like removing access to care barriers. If somebody needs a ride to their treatment, maybe they don't have a car, they don't drive, we can provide that through our Road to Recovery program. If they need a free night to stay because they're traveling for the only treatment that can save their life, we've got 32 Hope Lodges where they can stay completely free with their caregiver, no charge whatsoever. We provide about 500,000 nights a year to about 29,000 people, saving them about $55 million.
That's awesome. As far as people out there watching right now, you've got purple on. We're wearing purple as we, Hockey Fights Cancer Night. How can people get involved either as volunteers, maybe donating in whatever other ways?
Yeah, you can go to cancer.org, and not only are you going to find a whole slew of information on every cancer out there, but you can also find out how to volunteer for the American Cancer Society. We wear purple because purple is the color for all cancer survivors. Happens to be the color of our Relay for Life, which is one of our biggest ground floor volunteer-run resources that we have. It's a phenomenal event. We have a lot of great areas people can volunteer. Cancer.org is the place to start.
Gina, thanks so much for sharing that information with us. God bless you, and keep up the great fight against cancer, and thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll get a break in right now. We'll come back with more of the first period intermission. The Monsters trailing the Bruins 1-0 here on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Stay with us on the Monsters Hockey Network. Kenny Rhoda welcoming you back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. The Monsters trailing the Bruins 1-0 after one period of play. And Tony and Brad, that first period, the Monsters with a number of scoring opportunities early, a couple of posts, then a bank shot goes off Jet into the net. So not the way they wanted it to end that first period, but some good scoring chances that they can build off, no?
Yeah, absolutely, Kenny. I think, Tease, that the energy was there off the hop. The Monsters maybe hemmed in for one shift off the top of the game, then had the momentum. But Jock was right. He said it in our last segment there. Things just kind of hit a lull at some point in that period. You get the sort of fluky goal for Providence there. It all adds up. But for the Monsters, the energy was there at times.
Yeah, it was. Providence was holding on there for a little bit. Monsters had, the flow of the game going in their direction, and then all of a sudden, that goal goes in, and Providence got a little boost from it, and we're able to kind of, to have the tide turn, going in their direction, and luckily for the Monsters, it's still only 1-0.
Yeah, the specialty teams at the start of this season, the Monsters scuffling a little bit. They've been a lot better lately, including on Wednesday night. But no penalties at all in this game, at least none that have created a man advantage.
No, for sure. I mean, it was a pretty up and down period. Not a lot of opportunities for penalties. Trey Fix-Walensky getting in a little scrum there and trying to get involved in this game, creating a 4-on-4 situation, but no power plays yet.
All right, well, let's take this opportunity to take a gander at the highlights from the first period here for the Monsters. And as we mentioned, Cleveland had numerous chances off the top of this hockey game. You see the in-tight opportunity here for Carson Meyer. I mean, that was a great pass from Justin Pearson. You see squarely off the post there. Then Butler in his first game of the season with a breakaway look. So the chances were there, but it was on this play here, Providence finding a way in pretty crazy fashion to get a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, just a player from behind the net. Not a lot of guys are going to look to make a shot from there, but Lysell fires it towards Jet, and it goes off the inside of his blocker, I think, and it passed him.
You ever have anybody bank one off you?
Oh yeah, it's not a good feeling.
Take a look at the stats here from the opening period. As you see there, the specialty teams not a factor yet. Face-offs pretty even, so on paper at least, looks like an even game, but I would say that the Monsters had the bulk of the play in the first.
Yeah, they did, and they got, those chances that we saw were, real grade A, high opportunity chances that, if they can continue to get some of those, they're got to bury.
All right, let's revisit how the Monsters can be built for success in today's game, presented by our friends at Rocket Mortgage. Tease, your first item had to do with the goaltending. What have you thought so far of Jet?
Yeah, Jet, obviously, the first goal is one that he's probably gonna want back, but the thing about Jet is that's not going to bother him, and he's right back at it and worried about the next save, and he did a good job the rest of that period. And then Trey Fix-Walensky, obviously, I said he got involved physically, getting the penalty there, but look for him to, first night with KJ, Ken Johnson on his line, look for them to start to maybe develop some chemistry as this game goes along.
Boy, wouldn't that be fun to watch, those two guys. One of them loves setting the other up. The other one loves pounding those one-timers into the back of the net. We'll see what happens in the second period. After one in Cleveland, it's Providence 1 and the Monsters nothing. Plenty more straight ahead on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. Monsters trailing the visiting Providence Bruins 1-0 after one. It is the first ever meeting. It's crazy to think these teams have never played one another. Let's check in on the Monsters National Hockey League affiliate. It's time for our Blue Jackets report, as the Jackets last night came up 4-2 winners. There was a big speech from Pascal Vincent in the dressing room. Apparently after the second period, the Jackets responded to that. As there you go, a big win over a quality team. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's a real confidence builder for the Blue Jackets. Coming from behind in the third period against a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning, I think they can carry that momentum hopefully into tomorrow night.
Saw it reported that Johnny Gaudreau is away from the team dealing with a personal matter today, but he will meet the club in D.C. tomorrow, where the Capitals will host the Blue Jackets. Similar records for those two teams, but you can catch the broadcast on Bally Sports Ohio, starting with Brian Giesenschlag and Jean-Luc Grandpierre at 6:30 on Blue Jackets Live pregame. That's our Blue Jackets report. Well, as we get set with the players back on the ice for the start of the second period here, we've got an opportunity to catch back up with Jock Callender as Jocko with the second period. Obviously, the goal is score a goal and tie this game as soon as possible. But what do you want to see personally in the first shift here for this Monsters group?
Just get back to the way they played the first 10 minutes of the first period. Get back on the hunt, chase down pucks, and make them make turnovers. They had a lot of quality chances just because of the forecheck that that Providence couldn't handle and made the turnover. So, and the Monsters laid off, and the Providence got some momentum. So they got to get back to that forecheck.
All right, let's go downstairs now to Kenny Rhoda. He's got thoughts from head coach Trent Vogelhuber. Kenny?
Yeah, just chatted with Coach coming out of the locker room. I said, what did you like? He said, I love the pace. We got to continue that pace. We need to stay the course. We had great opportunities. Just stay the course, and one of those is going to find the back of the net.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Monsters certainly have that first goal, Tease. Just find the back of the net, get this game tied, and go from there. But really, there are a lot of things to like about the way this team has been playing. Today, though, with all the news, first Chinakhov getting called up, then Kent Johnson arriving, that's exciting stuff. As a player, when those things happen on a game day, does that cause you to maybe come out of your rhythm a little bit?
It's just another day in the American Hockey League, it seems like. So I think, for these guys, they're so focused in on what they're doing and their routines, and they try and stick to those as much as possible to be able to get ready for the game tonight.
Well, it has been fun so far to watch that big top line go to work. This time, though, it'll be the same 5 skaters that began the game to start the second period. That's Angle between Sillinger and the rookie Cameron Butler. On defense, Billy Sweezy and Marcus Bjork. Jet Graves back in net to our right as Bussy and the Bruins skate from left to right here in this second period in their black uniforms. Players are ready to go. Tyler Angle locked in. Ready to try to start this second period in style for the Monsters. 1-0 Providence after one. The puck is down. We're underway in the second period of this one. From Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland as the Bruins dump it in. Tony Brown back with you here on the Monsters Hockey Network alongside Brad Thiessen, Jock Callender, and Kenny Rhoda. Again, the Monsters in their white uniforms, right to left in this middle frame, in black from left to right, the Bruins. Monsters down by a goal, and now this puck at center. Butler couldn't control it. Here comes the Cleveland area native Hall into the middle. Clipped, they score. It's Vincent Arsenault to make it 2-0 Providence as the Bruins strike 30 seconds into the period and double their lead.
Yeah, the Bruins did a nice job in the breakout, getting the puck past Marcus Bjork at the blue line, leading to a 2-on-1, and Hall making that nice pass, and Arsenault finishing it past Greaves' glove side.
Curtis Hall the assist. The goal to Vincent Arsenault, his second point to the season at 30 seconds of the second period here. Jock, do you remember Vincent Arsenault? He was here very briefly once upon a time.
I do. He's a tough boy, and he was just trying to make a name for himself, so he did a lot of fighting back then. But he's carved out a nice career for himself. But Cam Butler there had an opportunity to get it deep, and he handled it one too much, and that's what caused the pressure and the turnover.
Icing here against Cleveland. So the faceoff's going to come back to the Monsters zone. Gauntz, Fix Wolanski, and Kent Johnson. KJ out there for Cleveland with Nick Blankenberg on defense.
Well, some of the Cleveland hockey fans from the past will remember the coach of Providence, Ryan Muginow, played a couple years here with the Lumberjacks with myself.
There you go. This puck forced around the wall for Providence, and they'll be back to try and retrieve it. Now this forced across the Monster line. Kanazko, the other defenseman for the Monsters, with Blankenberg. Bruins with another in-close try here. They can't make the one-timer go. Now Walsh spins, fires, and that one blockered away by Greaves in traffic. Still controlling are the Bruins. They've got a jolt of momentum here after they see that Arsenal goal push their lead to 2-0. Left circle into the middle, all alone, waiting, and that one fired, but a penalty coming here against Cleveland. It went wide off a Monster's stick, and now it'll be a power play for the Bruins, the first of the game for either team, at least when the Monsters next touch the puck. Here's Brunet at the left point. Now forced to Walsh, center blue, right circle, Richard. Off the mark on the one-timer, touched by Johnson. And the Monsters to the kill here after having given up that goal in the first minute of the period. Not where Cleveland wants to be, Tees.
No, not the start you are looking for at the beginning of the second period here. First the goal, and then an extended in-zone shift for the Bruins, leading to a power play for them now.
Take a look at the slashing call here on the replay. There it is right there on the hands of the would-be shooter, and so Cleveland sees Brendan Gaunce take a seat. Penalty kill for the Monsters, 29th in the league overall, 72.4%, 75% here at home. On the other side, the power play has struggled for the Bruins, 6 for 40 combined, good for a 15% clip, 24th in a 32-team AHL. Penalty-killing Monsters break out of their own zone after winning that face-off. It's Angle up front with Dunn for the moment, Christensen on defense with Bill Sweezy. And here's Walsh firing ahead for Jesper Boqvist across the line. This fed to the left wing. Dropped back by Merkulov, and now from the right circle, straight ahead on Greaves. He was able to make the save on Justin Brazeau. Still controlling the power playing Bruins. Back to Brazeau, right circle, finds Walsh at the point. Now to the top of the right circle, that is Merkulov, gets it back. Merkulov now on the half wall on his offhand to the line. It's Walsh, left circle. Kuntar strides in, fires, make that Boqvist. And this one will be forced up the dasher and clipped by Dunn, high and over the head of Walsh. Monsters change all 4 penalty killers. 1:05 left on the Gaunce slash. 2-0 for Providence. Vincent Arsenault with the goal 30 seconds into this frame to double the Bruins' lead. Dumped in by Providence. Lizell, who had the first goal, sent it behind the Monster line, but nice teamwork from the tandem of Sillinger and Blankenberg there to set up a clear. Bruins escape again. This is Jakob Zabarl dropping off initially, and now lunging and touching up on what turned into an icing play was Blankenberg. Smart move there, and so it'll be an ozone faceoff for the shorthanded Monsters here with 37 seconds left in the Gaunce penalty.
Lysell was looking for a bank pass off the end boards to the Bruins forward that was streaking in, but good job by the Monsters getting back first to make it an icing.
3 minutes gone in this second period. Cleveland so far in the frame without a shot on net. 17-11 the edge to the Bruins in that department. Monsters win the ozone faceoff, and seeing as they're trying to kill this penalty off, Blankenberg sprints to his own zone and then clears so as to take the maximum amount of time off the power play for Providence. 20 seconds left in the Gaunce penalty. Puck bounced towards the net of Bussey. He was there on the right post to make the stop. Now Zabarl up ice. This is Richard across the line. Tried to feed it to his right wing side. And Pearson makes a good play, gets a clearance. And that should do it on the Gaunce penalty. He's on his skate blades, and now he'll stride out of the box. Back to full and even strength. Cleveland 1 for 1 on the PK. And it's still 2-0 Providence.
It's an important penalty kill for the Monsters after that first couple shifts of the period. Needed to kind of stop the momentum the Bruins had, and now they got to go to look to get on the offense.
And working in that pursuit now is Christensen behind his own net. The puck free, able to be grabbed by Billy Sweezy. Former Yale Bulldog ahead to Mikhail Pucha, and he attempted connection with Carson Meyer there in the slot. The puck wouldn't cooperate, and so it's dumped in by the Bruins, but out of play. Face-off will stay outside the Monster zone. 15:53 left in the second. It's 2-0 for the visitors. Hey fans, bring your family to a Monsters game with the Monsters Family Value Pack presented by Main Event. Each Family Value Pack includes 4 Monster tickets and free Main Event gift cards. Select packs even include parking and loaded concessions value. Order your Family Value package starting at just $15 a seat right now at clevelandmonsters.com/family value. 15:53 left in the second period. Monsters just looking for that first goal. 2-0 Bruins. Dumped in from center ice. This one tossed behind the Providence net. Able to be taken by Renouf for a casual skate. Fires it out to center. Gets it back. Off shin pads now as Pearson relentless in his pursuit. Shoulder to shoulder with Delbel Blues, but the puck comes free. And this one will be lifted by Boquist off the wall and out to center. And now a penalty coming up against the Bruins. Delayed call. And then Blankenberg, in painful fashion, is sloughed down to the ice there by Trevor Kuntar. But no matter. It will be at least a 5-on-4 power play, if not a 5-on-3, as the two referees, it's Jordan Samuels-Thomas and Jack Young, talk it over. And Dan Kovacic, one of the linesmen, is over to chat as well. So we'll see if it'll be a 1- or 2-man advantage here, but with Arsenault at least taking a seat here for Cleveland, it's a big opportunity, Jock, in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And if it's a 5-on-3, I don't think they called that second one. It very well could have been. It looked like a trip to me.
Yeah,
but
taking a look on the replay here, I don't think they did.
Yeah, no one, like the referee that called the first one, he didn't point at the second one, and the other guy, I don't even think put up his hand.
5-on-3 right now. So.
Oh, it is 5-on-3. Oh, so maybe
good for them. A lot of times when you see that happen, the ref's like, we'll let that one slide, but that was definitely a penalty and great opportunity for the Monsters here.
Massive opportunity in the game. Down 2-0. Power play for Cleveland has been really good lately. They're 10th best in the league. 21.4% overall, 18.8% at home. The PK for the Bruins, 30th overall, 71.9%. They're dead last on the road, just 6 for 10 on the campaign. 5-on-3 power play for the Monsters, down 2-0. And a face-off controlled in the O-zone. Blankenberg in the left point moves to his right, feeds Fix-Molansky, rink wide. Johnson, one touch towards the front of the net, but went through without incident. Now Johnson tries that one-time pass through, and instead it ends up with Gauntz, who spiked it wide. Back to Johnson, right circle. On his offhand, dancing, thinking it over. Johnson feeds it in tight, and hammering away was Meyer after Gauntz's feed, but Bussy says no with the right pass.
Yeah, Meyer just missed the first opportunity there, and by then Bussy had gotten his leg across. If he would have gotten the one-timer, I think he would have had that empty net.
Yeah, went off his skate there,
Joe. It was
Joe.
in his feet. Like to see him in a wider stance with his nose right over that puck. He could put it right through the back. But he had to use his skate to stop the pass, though.
So a minute 37 left in the 5-on-3. It'll go from a 2-man advantage to even strength at the same time. The penalties came at the same time. Here's Johnson firing out of the right circle. He scores! Might have been tipped at the doorstep, but it's a power play goal, and the Monsters are on the board. Meyer makes it 2-1.
There's the creativity of Kent Johnson. He finds Carson Meyer out of the back door. This time Carson is ready for it. He taps it in.
Yeah, great pass. He fires it hard too when he passes. That's NHL pass right there. He just ripped it.
So the goal is Carson Meyer's, team leading 5th of the year. It comes here at 5:07 of the second period. And that primary assist to Kent Johnson. Hey, he's got his first American League point in his first AHL game.
Yes, he does. Carson wasn't going to miss that chance twice, and he makes sure of that one.
So it is now a minute and 20 seconds left on a 5-on-4 power play as the Monsters are offside on this entry. They are now searching for what would be a tying goal, as they'll try to take this 2-man advantage and use it to transform the game.
This is a good-looking second unit, too, isn't it, Tease?
Yeah, a lot of skill out here. As I was saying before, I don't know if we've seen a Monsters lineup with the amount of skill that there is in it right now.
Yeah, you got Jake Christensen and Michael Pitcher on your back end for the second unit.
McCown, you got Dunn's size towards the net front, and then Delbel Blues, who has shown he's got some skills even for a young player in his first pro year. 14.5 minutes left in the second period. Monsters with a minute left on the power play. They're second. They're 1 for 1. Here's Christensen. Turns back from the center circle. And now leaves the puck for Mikhail Pucha. Pucha now through center for Dunn on his left wing. Flip back to Pucha, trickling towards the net. Swatted out of there by Bussy. Gathered McCown. McCown dancing through contact at the line. Nice play for McLaughlin. He was able to get that out to the neutral zone. Monsters down to 35 seconds left on the power play. Here's Gauntz wheeling into the offensive zone, just ahead on his feed to his left of Delbel Blues. Luka picks up, drops off Hunter McCown. Down low, it's Gauntz, firing that one parallel to the goal line off the stick of Bussy. Now it's back around the end wall for McCown. 18 seconds left in the power play. Puccia fights through, a little bit of pressure there, left half-boards. Walks it back out towards the blue line and then fires down deep for Gauntz into the front of the net. They score! Luka Del Bel Balloons! It's his first professional goal, a power play strike, and this game is square at 2 apiece.
Great puck movement by the Monsters here on this power play. Goes from the half wall, Puccia down to Gauntz, right out to Del Bel, who wastes no time putting that one in. Surprising Bussy, finding it through the legs.
Yeah, great feed by Brendan Gauntz right on the tape, and Del Bel doesn't waste any time getting that away. And that's a tough thing for the goalie when you get it away so quick, Tish. You can't get set.
No, he was moving. He got that shot off as Bussy was coming out, so he wasn't able to make that butterfly. And great shot by Del Bel.
How about that? Congrats to the young man, Luka Del Bel Balloons, his first pro goal. He's got a souvenir with that puck, which will go right up on his mantle, a memory he'll have forever. And a tie game now as the Monsters take a 2-0 score and then wipe that off the chalkboard.
Yeah, the first couple minutes of that period didn't look like things were going well. Then all of a sudden you get the break of 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, and Monsters took full advantage.
And so now Cleveland playing with a little bit of energy that was maybe lacking at the start of the frame. It's here now. 2-2 the score, 13 minutes left in this second period. Puck forced into the Monsters zone, around to the right corner. Butler attempts running over Brunet, and then a shot from Richard, knocked down. Forced back out towards Brunet at that left point, swats it wide to the net, off the end wall. Monsters turn it over. This one picked up by Merkulov, and now it's fed across for a shot that went wide for Brunet. Monsters tap it off the wall to center. Riley Walsh is there. 12:40 left in this second period. Monsters even at 2 with Del Bel Balloons' power play goal, and now we've got a whistle and a stoppage with 12:34 left in the middle stanza. We'll take a break. Monsters in the blink of an eye go from down 2 to square at 2. We'll come back with more middle frame action next on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Two the score. Monsters down 2-0. Not any longer. Meyer and Del Bel Balloons in the second have us even at 2 apiece. Hey fans, get the family out of your house and into the field house for matinee Monsters hockey. Every weekend afternoon games at Castaway Bay Family Day with family-friendly start times and $6 Monster Kids meals. Check out the entire promo schedule at clevelandmonsters.com/promotions. Back with a look at the captain, Brendan Gauntz, who with the primary assist on Del Bel Balloons' first pro goal just picked up his 200th career American Hockey League point. Big milestone there for the man who wears the C for Cleveland. That's good stuff for Gauntz.
Yeah, it's kind of cool too. Him getting that 200th on Del Bel's goal, first goal. I know they skate together in the summertime in the Toronto area, so awesome for Brendan. Congrats on that 200.
Monsters forcing the puck towards the net. They get it back behind the net. Yes, indeed. Congrats to Brendan Gauntz and to Luka Del Bel Balloons. The milestones are happening at a tremendous clip this season, it seems like. Out to that right point. Nice job to step up for Blankenberg. Then Meyer dumped the puck in. Monsters get a partial change. Under 12 to go in the second. 2-2 the score. Pass to center ice. And this one for Blankenberg. Played in the direction of Fix-Wolansky. Bats it down, then knocks it deep. Justin Pearson doing some great work here, occupying a pair of Bruins and still got the centering feet away. Now it's out to Christensen, fires and blocking the shot there in what had to be painful fashion. Sliding through was Vincent Arsenault as the puck is into the netting.
Oh, that puck was lying there. Jake Christensen's eyes lit up and he's walking down, waiting for that one-timer, and Arsenault lays the body on the line.
Yeah, that does not feel good.
He's used to doing that sort of thing. That's his role on the team. It has been on all the teams he's played for. We even had him in Indy when I was in the ECHL in 14-15. Vincent Arsenault played for a while with the Utica Comets. He's made you said it earlier, Jock, a great career out of his skill set.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He's willing to do the dirty things for team, like blocking shots like you saw, stick up for guys.
Great tip there for Johnson on a shot from Gauntz a moment ago. And now Zabaro will send this one around the wall and past Kuhlmans. Christensen is back to grab it on his own blue line. Tapped it in front of the Bruins bench. Now it's deep in the Cleveland zone. We're almost halfway through the game. 11:15 remaining in the second period. 2-2. Pass ahead to Kent Johnson with speed. He's in. Fix Polanski feeds it back towards KJ, and it's bouncing now over to the left wing boards. Out to center for Christensen. He'll calmly play it to Johnson. Johnson had the puck. Betray him there as Gauntz tried to pick it up, and then tripping over his teammate Brazo. There was the puck carrier for the Bruins, Luke Toporowski. He wanted a penalty called on his own guy. Up ahead, here comes Johnson. He'll slide it down the wall, and it's over to Zabaro. Thought it was a Monsters player that tripped him. It wasn't. At center, here is Kent Johnson again. Tape to tape with his good buddy Jake Christensen. Pass, or shot really, turned into a stick save and a breakout feed from Bussey. And up ahead now, here's Bolquist spinning and firing, and that one grabbed by Greaves. He thought about holding on, then spits it free with no Bruins in the area. Clock continues to roll. 20 seconds away from halfway through the game as Delbel Balouz runs into some trouble, but the Monster defense tandem helps support their young forward. Now a shot floating in, but well wide from Megna. And the threat continues. Brunet back to Megna, left point. He'll slide it to his right. Riley Walsh with a shot pass. Didn't get the tip he wanted. With it there, Brunet. Skating down the dasher into the corner, met by Mikhail Pucha. He'll staple him up. Pass back to Megna at the line. Right circle, it's Walsh. He'll fire off the stick of Greaves and out. 9:52 remains in the second period. We're even at 2 on the scoreboard, and we'll be back to Cleveland right after this. Monsters 2, Bruins 2, and more ahead on Bally Sports, Great Lakes. .52 left in the second, halfway home at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And the Monsters and Providence Bruins tied at 2 in the first meeting ever between these two organizations. All right, time to remind you guys to enter the 50-50 raffle online. You can win big from your seat or from the comfort of your own home. Proceeds benefit great Northeast Ohio charities and the Monsters Community Foundation. Get your tickets right now at monsters5050.com. So, at the midway point of the contest, the Monsters have a face-off to Jet Greaves left. One back by Josh Dunn. Marcus Bjork for Cleveland connects with Carson Meyer. Meyer scored the first goal for the Monsters. Assisted by Johnson. Dumps this one in, and now it's fired by Dunn in front. Meyer got his stick on it, but it went wide. Now controlled by Pearson. Swats it towards the net, but it goes to the left of the cage of Bussey. Pearson off the wall, holds the line, feeds Dunn. He spun and fired, and that was just off the mark. Now fed by Brunet behind the net to Walsh for the Bruins. And the puck off a stick belonging to Merkulov. Now swatted at by Pearson, but a hand pass is called at center. 9:16 to go in the second period here. 20-16, still the shot advantage to the visiting Bruins, but it's our first look at Providence here. Tease, what kind of a team, to your eye, do the Bruins have this season?
Well, they're facing a little adversity here tonight. Earlier this week, Boston Bruins called up three defensemen from Providence due to suspensions and injuries up top. So, they lose half their blue line in 1 week. It's not easy to be able to handle. But I think they got a good team, some young players, some skill. The older veteran Jason Begna was a rookie of my days back in Wilkes-Barre, so I played with him. He's still kicking 12 years later, and they got a lot of nice pieces over there.
Monsters send one down. Icing will be the call. You're right, 5 guys up right now at the Bruins for Providence. Tough thing for any team to deal with, but we'll see what tomorrow night looks like too. Sometimes when you're playing a team you haven't seen before, right, you generate a little bit of disdain in that first meeting. But it's not the first time these cities have come together in the American Hockey League. In fact, the Providence Reds, Cleveland Barons, as you see, over 300 meetings until the Barons moved away to Jacksonville in '73. Last American League meeting, an 8-3 win for the Barons over the Reds in 1972. The 1956 Calder Cup final, a classic tease. I'm sure you remember it. That went Providence's way over the Barons.
Was Jock playing that one?
Whoa, easy.
I did play a semester in Providence for the Providence Friars.
Oh,
there you go.
1979, Tease. There you go.
What were you studying, Jock?
I played for Lou Lamorello. I was going to be an accountant, but then I went back and played junior.
Just scored too many darn goals. All right.
Yeah, you're going to be an accountant to be able to count your goals, right?
Whoa, there you go. Anyway, there's a game going on. 8.5 minutes left in the second period, tied at 2. Got another fun fact for you on the Providence Reds. I'm going to save it, though, guys.
Can't wait.
Dancing away from pressure there was Lizell. He dumps it in. Why were they called the Reds? Well, the Rhode Island Reds are a type of rooster, Tease. And so there you go, the Providence Reds.
Okay.
Local hockey historian Len Matlock with the credit on that particular fun fact.
You didn't give us much time to answer. You gave the answer right away. We had it on the tip of our tongue. You just didn't give us the time.
Just trying to make you guys look bad, Dumped in. Here comes Christensen, but icing is the call. The face-off back all the way to the Providence zone. Jock, what about you? What do you think about this Providence Bruins team and what they have to offer?
Well, you got to remember, they led the whole league last year for most of the season. They didn't lose many games in that first 3 quarters of the season. They did. I think they lost in the second round of the playoffs. But they had a really good team, so they got some of those guys back. But they do. You see some skill and some speed out there for sure.
Yeah, and Brandon Bussey, and that was on the AHL rookie team last year. Had a really good first season as a college free agent signing out of Western Michigan.
Here's Vic Smolanski for Cleveland as the Monsters are looking for their first lead. They've scored 2 unanswered. Huge hit there is stepping up on the local boy. It was Jake Christensen, and both guys took a pretty good shot on that exchange. Now this up the left side of center. Hall of Chagrin Falls steps out of the way of that puck. And now Kuhlman's, watch out, found himself in a tough area there in front of his own crease and then took a hit for good measure as the puck now deflects off a Bruins player and goes into the Providence bench. The faceoff should stay inside the Monsters zone. Christensen occasionally steps up and gets physical there, and that was a perfect example.
He does. He's such a strong kid, and he's not afraid to be able to lay his body out, and that's something that maybe in his first year you wouldn't see him do, but now he's gained more and more confidence, and he's able to do that.
By the way, you just saw a great shot of it, so terrific job by our crew there. 3 players all wearing those black turtlenecks, Tease, and we've seen a lot of Providence players also going with the neck protection. We talked about it during Wednesday's game. It's something that we're going to start seeing a lot more of in hockey in the wake of that horrific tragedy. Greaves now being pushed backward, somehow kept that puck out, and after the whistle, another shot attempt came from Providence. I don't know how Jet was able to maintain leverage there, but put his body across the goal line, and with a big scramble, he held things down.
Yeah, the Bruins drove the net. We're looking for that loose puck in there, and luckily Jekyll was able to have the pad stretched out along the goal line and be able to make sure they didn't get that in.
What was it? Was the whistle because the guy
I don't know what the
on
whistle was for.
Because they had total control,
Yeah.
but their guy got pushed. Well, their guy got pushed onto him, and then that was it. They called it.
Yeah, the whistle came well after. He had a pretty good scoring opportunity there.
Well, Greaves doing a great job on McLaughlin there, and now we'll have a face-off to the right side of the Monsters' defensive zone. Greaves with 2 goals allowed, 21 shots faced, 19 saves. On the other side, 14 saves for Bussey on 16 Monster shots. There's another shot blocked, this time by Sweezy as he drops to a knee off that release from Walsh. Now into the offensive zone, McCown leaning on his counterpart. But the puck is free to Brunet. He'll go up the right side for Walsh and give it right back. Brunet through the neutral zone. Fires to the left to Greaves. Jet out of his net to try to get to that puck on the end boards. Up the outside of the Cleveland cage. Sweezy broomed one to the corner, but hooking has been called. And we'll have another power play here. It'll go to the visiting Providence Bruins, who are trying to right the ship after they let a 2-0 lead dissipate. Now a power play as Marcus Bjork heads to the box and a chance to get back in front for the Bruins.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what Marcus did there. He got his stick in, hooking on the forecheck by the Bruins forward, and good opportunity for the Monsters to get a big penalty kill.
So the Cleveland kill, 2 for 2 thus far.
Getting back to Jake Christensen there, I noticed like the second time he came back from Columbus last year, his game really changed. He spent quite a bit of time up there, and he came back and played much more physical.
Well, there's one reason for that. I mean, he's working with the great Steve McCarthy up there with the Blue Jackets, our old buddy. Used to be an assistant coach here in Cleveland for multiple seasons and ended his playing career here as well. So the power playing Bruins had a chance off that face-off. Now, after a partial clearance, they'll reconfigure. Merkulov in, great stick handling. Dishes in front, and Greaves with a great stop, sliding to his right, took one off the board for the Bruins.
I don't know if Jet realized he stopped that one, but great stick handling there, getting into the zone and was able to pass it across. Jet sliding from his left to his right. Merkulov had just a backward toe drag around Blankenberg and then makes the pass over.
Yeah, 2 really nice moves.
Looks like Jet caught that right under that right armpit type area and was able to snare it, but you're right, Tease, put himself in good position, but he was hoping for the best there.
Yeah, Boquist, I think, probably wishes he would have put that more towards the right corner of the net rather than towards the middle, or he would have had a goal.
6:11 to go in the period, minute 34 left on the Bruins power play. 2-2 the score. Nice job off that draw for Gauntz. He was able to get out there and give Walsh second thoughts, and then he was able to clear it too. He heads off after doing his job, and it'll be Dunn and Pearson with Sweezy and Knozko for the final minute 20, or at least for the time being, on this kill. Across the line, Brazo leaves it back, right point Walsh, rink wide, Merkulov, that to the high slot, spun around there was Jesper Boquist, no call. Monster fans thankful for that. Towards the front of the net, Brazo couldn't control it. Monsters send it almost out, but Walsh holds the line. Merkulov rink wide, Megna, and back for a Merkulov blast, and that one off a body in front, high into the air. Pearson tracked it, and now will patiently and with poise clear it down the ice. That's a nice job.
Hit Sammy Nazco in the either shoulder.
That certainly took a crazy bounce straight up in the air, and now the puck will be deflected into the Providence bench. That leaves 38 seconds left on the Bjork penalty. Just over 5 minutes left in the second period. Still 2-2.
Yeah, the way these guys shoot now, and a lot of times they hit the back, almost the back of his helmet there. Yeah.
I think it did, Jock, as we watch the replays grabbing his helmet. So hopefully Sammy's all right.
Yeah, a lot of times when they're one-timing it, they don't know where it's going. It's just going.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage too for that D-man to step out on that play, and Sammy has been a little bit in and out of the lineup and knows that he's got to make an impact when he's out there, and was able to get out there and get in the way.
So under 5 minutes to go in the second. We'll have Kenny monitor the situation there with Samuel Knozko unless he fails to miss a shift here. Monsters still with 10 seconds left in the kill. As here's Richard, creative player across the line. Right side now, this is Lizell. Feeds it to the middle, gets it back from Zabaro. Then Lizell left circle, a shot, they score. It's Luke Toporowski after a nice setup and a power play strike for the Bruins. Has Providence back in front, it's 3-2.
Yeah, 1 second left in the power play. The Bruins were able to gain the zone. Lizell again makes a nice pass over to Toporowski, who finds the top corner past Jet's blocker side.
Very nice passing play. They moved it around quick there.
So a 3-2 lead now for Providence, but still 4 minutes, 38 seconds left to work with here in the second period if you're Cleveland. So the Bruins improved to 1 for 2 on the power play, and the goal there for Toporowski in the book. That's his 3rd of the year and 4th point. And so in the lead again are the Bruins. Off the ensuing faceoff, Monsters back into their defensive zone. This will be tossed up the wall. Reaching out, it's Gauntz. He'll feed it behind the net. Sweezy up the left side for Kent Johnson. Fanned on the pass, but Fix-Polanski there to pick it up at center. Is offering towards Konozko, and now we'll have a fight behind the play. It's Billy Sweezy dropping the gloves with big Vincent Arsenault. And here we go. This amounts to a modern-day heavyweight bout in the American League. Still circling, Arsenault reaches out, now they latch together. Couple of lefts for Arsenault, he's very experienced in this department. Sweezy hanging tough, takes another left hand up high, offers a few rights though, then loses his balance and down he goes. But guys, that's a good, honest bout for two fellas that have done that before.
Yeah, two big boys going at it there. Good job by Billy, stepping up and taking on a heavyweight like Arsenault.
Let's go to the tail of the tape here. Vincent Arsenault, a cool 6'2", 220. Billy Sweezy, 6'1", 204. And a good, honest fight right there. We'll take a break. Providence back in front 3-2 late in the second. Plenty more hockey ahead, so stay with us on the Monsters Hockey Network.
Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Kenny Rhoda. Here's what's coming your way during the second period intermission. We'll grab one of the Monsters players as they come off the ice. We'll break down the first 40 minutes of play here tonight. We'll take a look at the stats, the scores from around the league, the highlights from tonight's game, and the new Center Ice Team Shop. It's open. It's ready for you to check it out. We'll get a tour of that. But for right now, we go back upstairs to Tony Brown. TB?
Thank you very much, KR. The roadman, Kenny Rhoda, back on board this year. Kenny, thank you. And we've got a pretty good hockey game here, Tease. 4:09 left in the second. 3-2 Providence. Monsters looking for another equalizing goal. They'd love to get it here in these next 4 minutes.
Yeah, just get some momentum back after Providence got that power play goal. There's 4 minutes left. Billy's trying to provide that with that fight.
Turnover inside the defensive zone for Cleveland. Here's Boquist. He's proved dangerous in the game. Out to Regula, right point. His shot blocked. Down from the left point, it's Brunet again, as he will feed it back to the line. Center point now, Regula. Back to Brunet. His shot off the mark. And Regula down from the right point takes a hit from Meyer. Christensen waiting for the puck. Pushed it through the on-charging defenseman, but now a big hit delivered along the wall as Boquist got a face full of Josh Dunn. Now a pass ahead. Here's Pearson, 2-on-1 for the Monsters. Tried to squeeze it back to Kuhlman's there. And the pass off the far dasher, chopped in the direction of Dunn. Dunn has it taken away from him by Georgi Merkulov. And now down deep in the Cleveland zone with the Bruins changing. 3 minutes remain in the period for Marcus Bjork's breakout feed to Pearson. Pearson scrapes one ahead on the offensive blue line. It's taken away. Bjork fell down, recovered. Lizell making him race back into that defensive posture. And then nice job for Gauntz to step to his left, block a shot from Callahan. Pass came to Meyer. He dumps it in. And he was on the wrong side of the center red line. Not by much, but by some amount. And so icing is called.
Yeah, those are the little things right there. At first, Justin Pearson turnover, the offensive zone blue line coming back in, and Carson Meyer just not quite to the red line and caused an icing, and now Justin Pearson's getting stuck out here on a pretty long shift.
Yeah, it's a little bit sloppy here this period. I know we got the 2 goals on the power play, but other than that, not a lot created.
After that face-off win, it's Blankenberg skying one all the way down, this time not icing as it lost momentum. Waiting behind his net here, it's Michael Callahan. He'll break out up the right side. This one through center, carried by Fabian Lysell and turned over. Gaunt shovels it to Johnson. He's across the line, finds Fix-Wolanski, dishes Blankenberg right circle, fires, and that one wide. Johnson recovers, left half-boards, behind his heels to the line, it's Bjork. Feeds right circle, Blankenberg towards the net, in front, stuffed just wide of the right post for Johnson. Oh, I was sure, and he was sure he was going to score there.
I think, yeah, you're right, Tony. He was sure. It was just on that left side there and wasn't able to put the puck or find the back of the net, just got it wide.
Bouncing puck gloved by Greaves.
Blankenberg was putting it there. I think it was a shot pass.
It was, and now on the replay we see here that Bussy made a miraculous stop with that right toe tease. Just great coverage there on Johnson. If he would have been able to elevate, that definitely would have gone in.
Yeah, 6'5" Bussy was able to use those long legs and stretch out that right leg. Got it, I think, on the right pinky toe.
1:58 left in the second period. Couple of chances jammed on the release here for Providence. Another spinning shot knocked down right before it got to Greaves. Brazo applying that screen in front of the net there. Now the Monsters come up with the puck, and good news, it's Sammy Konozko back out there for Cleveland, and a nice surge into the O-zone. Tried to dish off in front of the net, but good to see him back out after taking that shot in the helmet earlier in the period. Bouncing puck on Bussy, sure-handed, he'll scoop it. Monsters are there, providing enough threat that he decided not to spit that puck out. 90 seconds left in this second period, just under that. And a 3-2 lead for Providence. Coming up, we'll be joined, or Kenny will at least, downstairs by a Monsters player making their way off the ice. And then after that, it'll be our second intermission report. Lots of good stuff, including a look inside the Monsters Center Ice team shop where jerseys are now on sale. We'll catch up with Monsters president Mike Ostrowski. All that and more still ahead. Hopefully, a tying goal is ahead here prior to the end of the period if you're a Monster fan. As the Bruins won that draw, it's fed past Christensen at center. He'll get it to Marcus Bjork. Bjork's pass to the center circle. Able to be intercepted by the Bruins. Brunet to Walsh. Walsh up ahead into the offensive zone. This will be tried to be fed in front of the net there by Jesper Boquist, but the Monsters break up the centering attempt. 1 minute remains in the period. Angle dumps it in. Walsh took a hit, then Butler applies one on Walsh's defense partner. Brunet clips a centering feed onto the stick of Owen Sillinger, and it's now lifted up and over the glass, out of play by Walsh inside his own line. No deflection, delay of game, power play Cleveland.
Yeah, he chopped that rolling puck right straight out, and that's going to be a penalty, giving the Monsters an opportunity here to even things up before the period's over.
2 for 2 on the power play. This Cleveland's third attempt. And Jock, all the big guns are out there for the Monsters.
Yeah, the ice a little rough. The last little while, the puck's been really bouncing. A lot of scrambly play, so hopefully they can keep that thing flat here and get something here in the next 49 seconds.
Gaunt's jumped early. He'll be kicked out of the face-off, so Kent Johnson comes in from the weak side point to take it. He'll try to pull it back to Blankenberg. Instead, the Bruins control the draw. Up the near side, Zabarro is going to skate it all the way to the center ice red line before he relinquishes possession. Down to just 38 seconds left in the period. Blankenberg's going to skate across the offensive blue line, chip and chase. 34 seconds left as he thunders in on the end wall. Then a big hit applied by Meyer. Puck up for grabs. Meyer got tripped up. The Bruins are going to clear this one down, and there's only 20 seconds to go. Reeves leaves it. Kent Johnson picks it up. 15 seconds left in the period. Johnson opens his hips through the neutral zone, leaves it for Fix-Wolanski. He's across to the slot, fires, and that one just wide left with seconds remaining, and then launched off the glass. This careens to center. Looks like it'll just about do it. Johnson back to retrieve. 2 seconds and 1, that's it. Horn sound, second period complete. The Monsters do some good work to tie the game at 2, but then gave up a goal to Providence and trail 3-2 after 40 minutes. Tease through 2 periods. Your assessment?
Well, I think that second period, the Monsters were a little slow to come out and then capitalized on a 5-on-3 opportunity to get the 2 goals, but not enough generated 5-on-5 probably for the Monsters' liking right now.
Monsters trailing 3-2 in just a moment. Kenny will be downstairs with the guy who just earned his first professional goal, Luca Delbel-Baluz. But, Jock, your thoughts on the first period, the second period, how the two compared?
Well, I thought the Monsters played a lot better in the first period. Obviously, they scored the 2 on the power play, but I thought it was a little sloppy and not enough in-zone time, not enough pressure down there in the Providence zone.
Yeah, that's what the Monsters are going to be looking to dial up in the third period, and still waiting to go downstairs. Again, Kenny Rhoda will have Luca Delbel-Baluz. He had the second Cleveland goal, Carson Meyer the first, and the most recent to Toporowski with Providence. Now, I'm told Kenny is ready downstairs, courtesy of Labatt Blue. He'll be speaking with Luca Delbel-Baluz.
Thanks, guys. Luca, you were down 2-0. You tie it up 2-2. It's 3-2 after 2. Let's go back to tying it up. What turned the tide there for you guys to get it back to even at one point?
Yeah, I mean, we got a 5-on-3 power play, and, we work a lot on our power play in practice, and, it's big moments in the games like that where, our power play needs to step up, and I thought, we did a good job. We had good puck movement, and, we capitalized on our chances.
All right, your first pro goal. We're going to take a look at it here on the monitor. Take us through this as it develops.
Yeah, I mean, Puna made a good play, down low to Gonser, and Gonser made a beautiful pass through, 2 sticks, and, it just found my stick, and I kind of just closed my eyes and shot the puck and got kind of lucky. So, yeah, it felt good to get out of the way, and, it was a good one.
Yeah, I was going to say, now you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about media members asking you, hey, when are you going to score that first goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's good to get out of the way.
All right, so now you're down 3-2 and give up a goal there, but you have a power play to start the third period. How important is it there to maybe, again, with the specialty teams, to even this thing up early and then go from there?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Like I said, the power play can, change a game, and, it's all about momentum right now, and, yeah, it could definitely change everything coming out here strong and, trying to put one in the back of the net.
Luca, congrats on the first goal. Good luck in the third period.
Thank you so much.
All right, Luca with his first professional goal. It evened the game at 2, but the Monsters trailing right now 3-2 after 2. Stay tuned. We've got more of the second period intermission from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse coming your way next.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more so fans can fan.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a pharmacist for Discount Drug Mart, but that's not all I am. I'm a healthcare provider, good listener, and a problem solver. I've been a pharmacist for Drug Mart for over 30 years, and that's a long time to get to know your patients. And each week we hear as many concerns as there are patients. Just the other day, I special ordered a medication for Mrs. Briscoe, just to make sure she didn't miss a dose. I'm proud that our patients trust me with their pharmacy needs, and I promise that Discount Drug Mart will always be there for you.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams. Let's go! As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Kenny Rhoda. The Monsters trailing the Bruins 3-2 after 2 periods of play. Modelo Fan Cruiser packages start at just $50 per person and include 8 lower-level center ice seats, a Modelo beer, a commemorative puck, and a video of your group's moment in the Fan Cruiser Spotlight. Book your Modelo Fan Cruiser experience at clevelandmonsters.com/fancruiser. So how's this look right now, huh? They've arrived today. Pretty nice. The new colors, the new sweaters or jerseys, whatever you want to call them in hockey. They are in the building, and in fact, we're going to get a tour right now of the new center ice team shop from Monsters president, and that would be Mike Ostrowski, along with our Tony Brown. Gentlemen.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kenny, and welcome everyone inside the newly redesigned Monsters team shop here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. It's center ice, and we're here with Monsters president Mike Ostrowski. Oh, thanks for taking a few minutes here. The big news today, though, these jerseys behind us, we've been waiting. There was a delay with the manufacturer, but they're finally here and on sale to fans at the game right now. This is a huge, huge, exciting step.
Really excited about it. Yeah, we've been waiting for them a little bit. We got them in. So we've got all three of our jersey colors, our whites that we'll be wearing tonight, or we're wearing tonight, our blacks that will be debuting on Black Friday on November 24th, and our blue jerseys, which everyone knows about from the Outdoor Classic. So we're really excited. They're here and available. People can come up tonight to buy them, and they're also available on clevelandmonsters.com and our team shop online.
Well, I know those jerseys have been something that the fans have been waiting for, but in addition to those, here at Center Ice, which, by the way, if fans haven't been, is an amazing redesigned space here, there's also tons of other great pieces in this black and blue hockey collection. Something for everybody up here.
Yeah, there's so many different pieces, so much variety up here. This, as you mentioned, Tony, this is a brand new team shop here. Our Center Ice portion of the Center Court team shop, that's a brand new 6,700 square foot redesigned team shop that our Cavs director, creative director Daniel Arsham put together. But we're so excited to be up here in Center Ice. It's about 1,500 square feet, and there's so many different assortments and collections up here, from hats and hoodies and shirts, and of course the jerseys now. So something for every Monsters fan, and of course the new black and blue hockey collections. Everyone can purchase up here, and they've been really popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned all the different types of jerseys. There's also a Blue Jackets jersey. It's going to be new for this year. And speaking of the Blue Jackets, wanted to touch base with you on this really cool extension of the affiliation agreement. It's very long-term, and it's a testament to how great this relationship has been with Columbus and Cleveland.
Yeah, we're really excited to be able to get done a long-term extension that will get us through this decade with Columbus. But they've been great partners with us. Obviously, everything that this affiliation means with Ohio hockey and the connectivity of the two cities, the state's two largest cities. So, but the relationship has to work day in and day out, and it's been great for Columbus. It's been great for us. They're really great partners. We've seen a lot of folks and players, obviously, play here with the Monsters and get called up to Columbus. So it's been very exciting for our players, our staff, and our fans as well. So we're really excited about extending this on a long-term basis, and we'll look forward to seeing more great things out on the ice.
Good stuff, O. Thank you very much for taking a few minutes. That is Monsters president Mike Ostrowski. We'll take a break. We'll have more of our second intermission report right after this.
Tonight, Dad came with. He didn't want his little sweet potato to be here without him. But now, he really wishes she was here without him. Next time, he'll just let her roll with her new entourage. And he'll only trust SeatGeek with the tickets. Because when she finds her happy place, he can find his way back to the car. The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan.
Maria's ready to buy her first home.
But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks.
Good thing I have big news. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? That's a good deal, right?
Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
The most anticipated rock holiday tradition returns. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. Friday, December 22nd. 2 shows, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Tickets on sale now at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com. A legendary blend of rock, classical, and holiday music for the entire family. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams. As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Kenny Rhoda. The Monsters with some work to do in the third period. They trail the Bruins 3-2. Time now for the Ask the Booth question of the night. So Tony and Brad, take it away and answer somebody's question out there, because they're waiting with bated breath to get an answer to it.
You know they are, and so
Yes.
Kenny, I got the phone out right here. Here we go. Here's our winner. Corey Bogner at CPB_Boggs wants to know, is there a specific reason, Tease, that a team doesn't always start their top line? Columbus seems to do that a lot, in his opinion. Hashtag Ask the Booth. It's about matchups.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with matchups. Sometimes coaches looking for energy or something, and then there's also some fun little reasons every once in a while too. Maybe a player's going up against a former team, playing in his hometown, so sometimes the coach likes to give the guys a little boost by starting them in that kind of fashion.
Cam Butler, first game of the season in the starting lineup here tonight. So Corey, congratulations, you're our winner. The Monsters will reach out to you on, I keep saying Twitter, on X, and they will tell you how you can redeem your 2 free Ask the Booth tickets. Thanks to everybody who submitted a question. The score is 3-2 Providence after 2, but let's take a look now at how we got there with our highlights from the first 2 periods of play. And you see here, Tease, it was Providence getting it done offensively first.
Yeah, they came out in the second period and took it to the Monsters, got that 2-0 goal. Before the Monsters, here's the 2 penalties that put the Monsters down up 5-on-3.
And they took advantage in a big-time way. First, it was Carson Meyer, fed by Kent Johnson. You see there the nice redirection. So that made it 2-1. Then the Monsters found a way to tie the game with a milestone goal for young Luca Del Bel Baluz. His first pro goal, the primary assist, is Brendan Gaunt's 200th career American League point. Mikhail Kucha, the secondary, so that tied the game at 2. But Providence down the stretch was able to regain the lead, as at 15:22 of the second, Toporowski's third, also a power play strike, gave the Bruins the edge they currently enjoy. Let's take a look at the stats through a couple of periods of play here, and in terms of the specialty teams, they weren't a factor originally. They sure have been now.
Yeah, they sure were. The Monsters used the power play to kind of get back in this game, and that's 2 games in a row now that they put into with the man advantage.
Let's also make note of the fact that the Monsters are winning the face-off battle, such an underrated part of the game of hockey, making sure you take care of business at the face-off circle. Let's revisit and see how the Monsters are holding up to your keys and how they can be built for success, courtesy of Rocket Mortgage. Jed Greaves, thoughts so far?
Yeah, not bad. He's come up with some big saves. One big one there on the power play where he came across from his left to the right. But down by 1, he's got to shut the door here going for the third.
Well, the Monsters' offense so far has been all about the power play. Trey Fix-Bolansky was your second guy there. He's going to see some power play time here still to start the third period. The power play's been better lately. That's a function of personnel, but also confidence, and that only comes from converting.
Yeah, it does. And, you add a piece like Kent Johnson on that power play. Guys got to be ready for passes at all times with him on the ice. But a lot of skill on both units. You throw either of those units out there, the Monsters think they're going to be able to put the puck in the net.
Well, 1:10 left on the power play for Cleveland to start the third. Hopefully they can tie this game quick. We'll find out together after these messages. Monsters trail Providence 3-2 after 2. The final frame after this on the Monsters Hockey Network. Monsters trailing the Providence Bruins 3-2. The third period, mere moments away. We welcome you back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, looking great in purple tonight for Hockey Fights Cancer Night, benefiting the American Cancer Society. That shot shows you those awesome I Fight For signs. All those names are folks that are connections to the Monsters front office or the team, the players, the coaching staff, whatever. It just goes to show you how cancer has touched the lives of everybody, and that includes all of us here with the Monsters.
Yeah, it really has, and it's a night for everyone to be able to remember and think about those people fighting. And it's always a good night when the Monsters recognize those people.
Let's take this opportunity to take a quick spin through our Discount Drug Mart out-of-town scoreboard presented by Discount Drug Mart, the store that saves you the runaround. Calgary gets a 1-0 win on the San Jose Barracuda at home. It's a 3-2 lead for San Diego in Charlotte in the third period. Second intermission in Laval. Tough start to the season for the Rocket, and they trail Toronto 2-1. It's a 3-2 lead for Lehigh Valley at home against Hartford in the second intermission. Through 40 minutes, tied at 1 in Rochester between the bitter rivals, the Comets and Amherst. Tied at 3 in the second intermission in Springfield between the T-Birds and Belleville Senators. Hershey tied at 1 in Wilkes-Barre Scranton in the third. Later tonight, the Ontario Reign are in Colorado, and the Abbotsford Canucks play host at 10:05 to well, I missed the visiting team there, Tease. Moving too quick on the graphic. Roadrunners and Wolves round out the slate in Tucson at 10 o'clock. My bad. That's our Discount Drug Mart out-of-town scoreboard presented by Discount Drug Mart, the store that saves you the runaround. It's the Henderson Silver Knights, of course. Ryan Craig, head coach, former Monster captain and Calder Cup champion, too. So we are almost ready for the start of the third period and waiting to hear from Kenny, and I'm told Kenny is ready now at ice level with thoughts from Trent Vogelhuber.
Yes, he made his way out to the ice, guys. He said, look, we need to do a better job of managing the puck. We were too soft in the neutral zone. That has to change. He said we've got to get back to the straight lines, and we need to hang on to it down low. And obviously, guys, with the power play early, it would be nice to score there, even it up at 3-3, and go from there for the rest of the third period.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Great stuff from ice level. And with that, we are ready to go to start the period here. Monsters in their white uniforms will be skating from left to right here in the third. The Bruins in black from right to left. Great look at Jet Greaves. Tease, another great thing about Jet, he doesn't care how many goals he gives up or the stats or what it looks like. He wants to play and he wants to win. You can't ask for anything more than that in terms of attitude.
Yeah, for sure. He's always looking out for that next shot. Twice this year, he's given up a goal late in the game, only to come back with a shootout and overtime win and make big saves. So, mentally he's really strong and able to, just be focused on what's coming next at him.
Down 3-2, but on the power play, the puck down at center, the Monsters underway in the final frame of this one from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. Tony Brown with you alongside Brad Thiessen, Jock Callender, and Kenny Rhoda on Bally Sports Great Lakes and the Monsters Hockey Network. So Cleveland with now 51 seconds left in the power play into the O-zone. Gauntz fires in that one. Off the blocker of the goaltender Bussy. Now Johnson to the line. Blankenberg towards the net. He hit the post. Might have got a tip from Meyer on its way, but off the iron again as the Monsters continue to pound on the door looking for a tying score. Blankenberg down the right side. 30 seconds left in the power play. It's Kent Johnson on his offhand. He's looking over his options. Finds a seam. Finds Fix-Wolansky. One-timer got off, but it was high and wide. Johnson again on the wall to Blankenberg. Fix-Wolansky again, and Bussy is there to make the save. Rebound came right back to Trey, but now it's Richard. And the Bruins attacking an odd man rush. They'll feed into the middle, but a terrific back check from Meyer. Broke it up. That was something.
What an effort. What an effort.
Great hustle by Carson coming back.
Such a reward for your hard work when you break up a scoring chance like that. So Meyer definitely getting some attaboys on the bench right now as the penalty concludes. It's now a 1-for-3 mark on the kill for Providence, and we've got an offside call on the offensive blue line for Cleveland. So it's still a 3-2 lead for the Bruins. We're back to 5-on-5 here, but boy, it could have been worse if not for that great back check from Meyer.
Yeah, great back check by Meyer, breaking up that 2-on-1, but Monsters had the looks that they were trying to go for there on that power play. Fixie had a couple one-time opportunities that Bussy came across and made a nice save on.
Jocko, what kind of a difference, in your opinion, has Nick Blankenberg made for the Monsters this year?
Well, he's such a great puck mover. He sees the ice so well, and a very good power play specialist back on that blue line.
Monsters with now just 90 seconds gone by in this third period, still down by a goal. Tossed in towards Jet Greaves.
Carson Meyer playing on that power play with all that skill. He's going to get a lot. He kind of reminds me of Zach Hyman down in front of the net for the Oilers, just, getting all the rebounds and stuff that's created off of shots from the power play. So I think he's going to get rewarded a lot for being the net front guy on that power play.
Icing called here against Providence. I like that comparison, Jock. That's a good one. I can see it. Here is McCown, right side of the O-zone to take the face-off. Flanked by Sillinger and Del Bel-Belouds. This time Providence controls the draw. Regula from behind his own net at the right side for a deflected pass. That was Brazo sending deep. This one shoved around the Monsters' end boards, and now a penalty's coming up here, and it's against Cleveland. Monsters make contact, and it'll be assessed. As I believe it's Blankenberg that's guilty here, but no indication of the specific infraction yet. It'll be a power play for the Bruins. They'll look to extend what is currently a 3-2 lead, and the call is roughing.
Yeah, Blankenberg got a piece of Toporowski, I think it was, a little bit up high, and Toporowski threw his head back and caused the ref to throw the arm up.
Yeah, this is where I think the rules need to change. If you pretend you're hurt, you shouldn't be on the power play right now.
But there is Toporowski, so with 18:08 to go in the third period.
He puts on the show, and then he stays out. Like, if you're actually hurt,
you should have to miss that first shift at least.
You should have to miss, yes.
Quick shot right away, and they score. And guess who it is? Toporowski with a power play goal. That is his second of the game, and it's 4-2 Providence.
Yeah, he finds that little soft area in the Monsters' penalty kill and was able to get that puck and rip it along the ice past Jet Greaves through the 5-hole.
Well, Jock, that's quite a compelling case you've made here for Toporowski not to have been on the ice, but there he was, and he scores. Time of the goal, 1:59 seconds of this third period, and that's his second of the game, fourth of the season, and both teams now 2 for 3 with the extra man. So the Monsters were earlier down 2 goals. They're down 2 goals again, but they've only got 18 minutes now to try to climb the mountain. So off the ensuing face-off, it's drawn to Blankenberg, finds Kent Johnson. Now Blankenberg from center, rattles it around the end boards. This one will be swiped towards the net, but instead taken away by the Bruins. They'll escape as Megna, to his left, was able to connect with Boquist. Now this one into the air for Gauntz to feed back towards Blankenberg. Kent Johnson takes over now, and he will stomp on the gas pedal at center. Feed Meyer on the right wing, hits the trailer. It's Kanazko. He'll drop it off. Gauntz fires, and that one's just wide to the left of Bussey. Picked up by the Bruins. Here's Georgi Merkulov, and he's into the offensive zone. Drops it behind the Monsters' net. With it there, it's Kanazko. Stops on a dime. Left corner. Has plenty of time with the Bruins changing. Now Blankenberg in possession. We're approaching the 3-minute mark of the third period. Toporowski, with his second of the game, has it a 2-goal lead for the Bruins again. Fix-Wolanski, sharp angle shot off the rush, went high off end glass. Still controlled by Cleveland. McCown to the right circle. Bjork with space, drops it off. McCown fires. Bussey challenging a backhand bid, and another save. No, they score, but it's waved off.
They blew the whistle.
Waved off right away by Jordan Samuels-Thomas. The whistle did go. Should it have? That's the question.
Yeah, Bussey thinks it should have been. Pearson is able to find that loose puck and put it in.
Yeah, the whistle definitely went, but the puck was loose. He poked at it.
See the backhand flick there by Pearson. The puck drops in front of the leg pad. Then poking was Pearson. Yeah. So it's a quick whistle.
If I'm a goalie, I'd want that whistle too.
Look at Tease being completely honest up here.
All the rules are made for the goalies. I don't know.
Right off the face-off, false start here, and a shot went wide, but that was Pearson again. We'll do it from the same spot, second attempt. Fix-Wolanski's going to take the draw. He'll try to pull it back to Pearson. 16:54 again, the time remaining in the game with the Monsters down by a pair of goals. It's one back. Bjork loads in, fires. Bussey the save, and he took a little bit of a shot there. Came way out of his crease. Tease cut the angle down to nothing.
Yeah, nice face-off win by Fix-Wolanski all the way over to Marcus Bjork, who's lined up really wide. Was able to walk down and take that slap shot. And Bussey was able to get the glove out, make that save, and no rebound this time.
And they mixed the lines up here a little bit. putting Fix-Wolanski with McCown and Pearson.
Tinkering a bit in the third period here, looking for a couple of goals. McCown on the draw. He's swept by the Bruins over towards the wall. McCown pounds it off the end boards. Fix-Wolanski giving chase. Megna stuffs it back to Callahan for the Bruins. Now it's Dan Renouf. Renouf with a pass to center. This one grabbed by Megna, and he left the puck behind. Now Pearson into the middle of the ice for Fix-Wolanski. Fix-Wolanski tried to return it to Pearson, but a good stick knocked it out of midair for Merkulov. Now it's back for Bjork to fire up the right wing boards at center. In between the circles and the Bruins' end. Captured by Renouf. Providence 4, Monsters 2. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third period here. Patiently waiting behind his own net. That's Jakob Zabarl. Up the left side. This one gets all the way deep into the Cleveland zone as Coolmans hustles and retrieves. Sends it around the end boards. Left wall, it's Josh Dunn. He'll cancel out with the pinching defenseman for Providence. As 5 players try to free this thing up. Coming away with it is Brazo for the Bruins. And now this will be tossed by Dunn through the neutral zone. Racing after it, Mikhail Pucha. Zabarl is there. And he will win the race for icing. Draw back into the Monsters' defensive zone. Hey fans, the Monsters Salute to Service Night presented by Cuyahoga County Veteran Service Commission is underway, or is tomorrow night rather, at 7 p.m. against the Providence Bruins. Join us as we salute the brave men and women who defend our country. Tickets start at $10 at clevelandmonsters.com. And hey, by the way, if you have a valid military ID, you can get a free ticket to that game tomorrow night. We hope to see you here as we make our salute to service yet again. That's tomorrow at 7 back here at the Fieldhouse. Tickets at clevelandmonsters.com.
Yeah, Monsters will be sporting some sharp jerseys for that one as well, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool look. It's almost like the desert camo this year, a little bit lighter olive. So looking forward to seeing those in action tomorrow night. They'll be auctioned off to benefit TAPS.
With the new logo, they're really sharp.
They look good.
Yeah.
Monsters, 15 minutes to work with here. Down 4-2 in the third. Providence has Lizell slam on the brakes, left side of center. His pass to the right wing pushes the Bruins into the Cleveland zone. Christensen, it's that shuffleboard move going to get that puck to his partner. And then up ahead, out of the reach there of Sillinger's target. That was Angle, but it's forced back to Owen Sillinger inside the offensive zone. Now taken away by Providence. Little give and go play as Richard feeds one forward. Farinacci drops it off. Richard couldn't maintain possession. Now it's batted out of midair and down the wall by Renouf. Nice play. And the Bruins will take this chance to change. 14.5 to go in the third. 4-2 Bruins. Callahan back in his defensive zone from behind the net. Starts up the right side, thinks it over. Check of the shots. 26-24 for Providence. Left side of the neutral zone. Here's Kent Johnson. Nice play to flip it to himself and uses his body to protect the puck. Couldn't connect with Meyer. Bruins again intercept. Now enter Cleveland zone. So that was Hall. Hall gets it back, shoots one, saved by Greaves, loose at the top of the crease, and it's poked in, they score. It looked to be Trevor Kuntar on the doorstep, and Providence has their largest lead. It balloons to 5-2 Bruins.
Yeah, Curtis Hall got the initial shot there, and Jet Greaves wasn't able to hold on to that rebound, and Kuntar was the one who found it and put that puck in the net.
Time of the goal, 6:05 to this third period. That's a tough one, Jock. Now that mountain looks pretty steep for Cleveland. 3 goals, 14 minutes.
Yeah, it's a bad mistake there at the blue line. The forwards are circling. There's no stopping and getting in the fight. They're hoping the puck pops out to them. You can't cheat offensively or it'll bite you just like that did.
So at 6:05, Kuntar's second and third point comes here at even strength, and so the Bruins lead 5-2. Face off in the center circle sends us back to action here, and the Monsters have no time to waste now. But you can only score one at a time, so that's the next objective, just the next goal in this game. Puck into the Cleveland zone. Forced out, Regula right point, long shot, and that one knocked down. Now a penalty's coming up, and it's against the Bruins. So a delayed call, the Monsters might just want to let the Bruins touch the puck here and head to the power play as soon as possible, but Greaves is going to get off for the extra man. And so, delayed call, and now touched by the Bruins on an errant pass at center. It'll be power play number 4 for the Monsters when we come back. They're 2 for 3. Down 5-2. Cleveland needs to find some offense after these messages. Come on back for more from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse next on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Welcome back to the Fieldhouse. Monsters trailing Providence 5-2 in the third. Fans, the Caps and Monsters have teamed up with Tito's Handmade Vodka to support Assist for a Cause. For every assist made by the teams this year, Tito's is going to donate $10 to the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo to secure a future for wildlife by supporting the Andean Bear Conservation Alliance. Fans can now donate, qualify for a Cleveland Metro Parks grand prize. Visit clevelandmonsters.com/assists for more details. Jock, what do you know about the Andean Bear? Just kidding. T-Snows, also known as the spectacled bear. We learned that on Wednesday.
He gave you 2 seconds more to answer this one, Jock.
I was trying to help this time. I was just trying to help.
You did help because I didn't have a clue.
All right, power play for Cleveland. They'll need to make good use of it. Down 3 with 13 minutes left in the game. Monsters into the offensive zone. Meyer leaves it for Gauntz. Now Fix-Wolanski blasts away, and the save made by Bussey, and he covers the rebound. Love to see Trey dialing up that one-timer out of that offhand circle, but Bussey was ready and in position for that one.
And he could see it the whole way. Got to get some traffic in front of him, and hopefully he can find a rebound laying around.
He's a big goalie. He takes up a lot of net.
Face off to the left wing side. Pulled back, left point. To Johnson from Blankenberg. Blankenberg gets it back. Now Fix-Wolanski's going to shoot one, and that one sharply off the end boards, right back to him. Swivels it onto the stick of Carson Meyer. Meyer to Fix-Wolanski on the left dot. Fix-Wolanski now dancing back towards Blankenberg. Feeds Johnson atop the right circle. Kent Johnson curls down the wall, feeds Meyer, and he fires one wide, but able to be controlled by Fix-Wolanski. Saucers to Blankenberg. Going to load up and fire that one off. A couple of bodies in front. Meyer was the intended target for Fix-Wolanski. Deflected back to Trey by Gauntz. Still battling in that left circle. The puck eventually forced free, and the Bruins, instead of clearing, trying to orchestrate a chance to score. It was lofted to Richard, but able to be handled by Blankenberg.
Yeah, good job by Blankenberg. Richard took off at his own blue line. He knew that pass was coming, but Blankenberg was able to stay with him.
Ken Johnson picks his way through center with 38 seconds left in the power play. Cuts back to his forehand. Drew a penalty. Shot was blocked for McCown there by Regula, but it'll be a two-man advantage now for Cleveland for 33 seconds, and Johnson made that happen with his elusiveness.
Yeah, he did. He was coming down that right wing and cut to the middle, caused a penalty. Looking to see if, there's going to be a timeout called here so that top unit can get a little breather with the 5-on-3 for 33 seconds.
And if you kids are watching, you got to work on your edges and stuff. He's amazing on his edges. He just twists and turns, and he opens his hips up, and he's on the inside edges. It's crazy.
Really, Jock, like for the casual fan, you see guys assigned from the NHL all the time, but with Kent Johnson, a 5th overall pick, I mean, we've been talking about it in the booth. It's such a rare thing to see a pick that high make their way to the American Hockey League. So this should be a treat for fans and something that they relish, because who knows how long it's going to last.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. He can really he can make guys bite because he can turn and go the other way so quick. And it's hard to defend.
Well, he's out there now as the Monsters break the huddle following the timeout. They made terrific use of their earlier 5-on-3 in this game, scoring twice to tie the game at 2 when they once trailed 2-0. It's now 5-2 Providence, 11:55 to go in the game. So you got to do it again if you're Cleveland here. And after the timeout, a rested group, it'll be Gauntz with Meyer, Fix-Wolanski, Johnson, and Blankenberg. The captain takes the draw. And they'll blow this one for a false start, so Gauntz will be escorted from the circle, and again Johnson will have to step in to replace him and take the face-off.
Yeah, it's a big face-off. You really need to get control right away with only 33 seconds on this power play.
Johnson will try to pull it back to Blankenberg. Now Brendan Gauntz is looking at the scorer's table.
They're going to hold it for a second. The referee told them to hold it for a second.
Another false start. They'll do it again now. Are they going to fix the clock before we go, or? Looks like they're going to drop the puck here. Pulled back, Fix-Wolanski across. Gauntz has it, fires, save made, rebound. What a stop by Bussy with the right leg, and he covers. Credit where it's due. That was a serious save.
Yeah, that right leg has caused the Monsters some problems tonight. Brendan Gauntz walked that puck down and got a real good opportunity and shot away. And Carson Meyer was there for the rebound, but just couldn't put it past that right leg again.
Yeah, he held it strong. It's amazing how these goalies hold their legs. They're down in a butterfly, and they have the strength to hold when a guy's trying to push it by them.
Gauntz looking to create a rebound with that first shot. It worked perfectly, but Bussy with a great play on the follow-up. Same personnel, face off on the right side. Gauntz on the draw again. 27 seconds left in the 5-on-3. And a 3-goal deficit for Cleveland with Providence leading 5-2. And Gauntz kicked out of the draw again. I guess they don't want to see Brendan Gauntz take a face-off at all. And it's won back by Gauntz. Now one-timer, Fix-Wolanski stopped and knocked out of midair by Meyer, but wide. Threat continues. Here's Johnson. Right circle, patiently. Stalks his way high slot, gonna fire, save Bussy, got himself out of position, but recovered as the rebound went to the corner. Now it's out Fix-Wolanski again, dusts it off, fires, blocked, gets it back in the left corner of his own zone. Then the pass came around to Gauntz. Nice job to broom it back to Johnson, but winning the race and clearing were the Bruins, and the first penalty has expired.
Yeah, Monsters got some looks there, and again, Fix-Wolanski with a big shot, but Bussy's got the save.
I like their shot mentality with 30 seconds left. You don't have time to make a bunch of passing.
Gauntz to the left circle for McCown. Minute 8 left in the 5-on-4. Down low for Gauntz. His pass was to the left of Blankenberg. He was looking for whoever was halfway down the slot there, but it turns into a clearance for Providence. And so now breaking out, it's Christensen. Drops it off for Kent Johnson. Recent arrival. Luca Del Bel Ballou's back to Johnson. Give and go entry, sent it to the slot, and lunging was done, but he couldn't do much with it. And then it's fed by Christensen to a vacant right point and to center. Del Bel Ballou's occupies Richard as the puck's back into the Bruins zone, but on a Providence stick. They will clear it down with 30 seconds left in the kill. Still 5-2 for the Bruins. Monsters burning daylight here, down to half the period left with which to work. Into the offensive zone, Christensen into the right corner. 15 seconds left in the power play.
They got one.
And now tossed down the ice, but there will be a whistle and another penalty for a high stick, and the check is to see whether Dunn has sprung a leak or not. It appears that it'll just be a minor penalty, but Callahan heads off, and the Monsters have another 5-on-3.
Be nice if that little cut that Josh got on Wednesday night would have reopened, and maybe they could have got a 5-minute.
He's slamming the gate over there. His face has been taking a beating the last couple of games.
10:07 left in the third. 12 seconds of a 5-on-3, but that can be enough time if you win the faceoff. So we'll see if they let Gauntz stick around for the puck to actually drop. They do. This time Providence wins it, however. Forced pass, Johnson on the right point and down as Greaves will put it on a tee for Blankenberg. First penalty will expire, so rejoining the game is Zabarro. Monsters now with a nice feed, have Meyer into the backhand, another penalty's coming up, but Bussy again with that right toe got a piece of it, and now out of the net for the extra skater is Greaves as Johnson touches it to himself here. So a delayed call coming up against the Bruins, and now a shot by Johnson creates an ozone face-off, and the Monsters will have yet another 5-on-3, this time for 1 minute and 29 seconds. So guys, Cleveland can't complain about not having their chances. It was a dandy for Meyer there. I thought the goaltender Bussy got a toe on it, but really Carson just couldn't get back to the backhand.
Well, the hook of his arms, he had no chance.
Yeah.
I can see Coach Vogelhuber looking at Jack Reeves here. I think there might be, see if there's an opportunity here to get him out of the net for another
6-on-3.
6-on-3 with down by 3. And nothing to lose here now.
Absolutely. Across the halfway mark of the third, Monsters win the draw. It's a 5-on-3 with Greaves in the net for now. Here's Blankenberg across. Fix Wolanski now getting onto his forehand. High slot to Blankenberg. One-timer, he scores! Bombs away for Nick Blankenberg. Power play strike. And has the comeback begun? It's 5-3.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. A great little pass by Trey Fix-Wolanski. Him and Nick Blankenberg switched spots up top. He put it on a tee, and Nick stepped up and hammered it.
Looks like they practiced that play before, maybe in practice on a 5-on-3.
Yes,
nice
swapping spots.
Little interchange, yes.
So Kent Johnson going to pick up the secondary assist. I think so. And then Blankenberg, of course, with the goal. So he extends his point streak. Nick Blankenberg now on the season has 3 goals and 7 points, and points in 5 straight. Back to work. This time a 5-on-4. Monsters win the draw, down by 2 at 5-3. Now it's Johnson. High slot. Backing it into the right half boards. Feeds it down low. Fix-Wolanski back to Johnson. Off the wall. Johnson. Patient, down to the doorstep for Gauntz. Now it's Fix-Wolanski nudging back to Gauntz. He'll tap it up the wall to the right half boards for Johnson. Pries it towards Meyer, and then it's touched by Regula deep to the Cleveland zone. 1:15 left on the power play for the Monsters, down 2. Back behind their net. Cleveland will start the breakout on the stick of Jake Christensen. He will ward off the defender. And now it'll be played to McCown, dropping off. Del Bel Belluz is the second unit out there for the final 55 seconds of this power play. Around to the left half boards, Johnson remains on the ice. He'll find Christensen, back to Johnson, left circle. Behind his back to Christensen, now Del Bel Belluz on the right side, finds McCown. Rink wide, here's McCown. Face the left circle, back out for Christensen. Across, Kent Johnson, right circle to the back door. Quick shot, knocked down in front of Bussy, still loose. Monsters trying to find it. Bussy lost his stick. He's scrambling. Puck not cleared. Monsters continue to threaten. It's Christensen. Moves to his left, down the left wing wall. Loads into one and fires wide left. Bussy makes a play for his goal stick, gets it back. 19 seconds left on the power play. Johnson on the right wall. Back out to Christensen. The pass off his stick to center, and that will probably spell the end of the power play for Cleveland. 10 seconds left on it as Christensen quickly back across the line, but it's stuffed by the Bruins back to the Monsters zone, and we'll go to 5-on-5.
Yeah, a couple good looks for that second unit there. Kent Johnson with a nice pass cross seam to Hunter McCown, but I think Bussy was behind. He didn't know he wasn't going to be there in time for the play, but McCown wasn't able to one-time it.
Yeah, you got to get that away quick.
So the Monsters are now, when all that is said and done and the dust settles, they're 3 for 7 on the power play in the game, 4 for 7 on the kill for the Bruins. 5-3 lead for Providence, 7:10 left in the third. At center ice, here's Marcus Bjork for Cleveland. After gaining the line, he was able to connect with Sillinger, and then he was hit hard directly into the wall by Jakub Zabarro. And Sillinger luckily back to his feet, then takes a cross check from Regula as he's trying to recover. And play continues. Pearson hit hard and put down by Walsh on the entry. And now penalties coming up, and I believe it's against Cleveland. And now we've got a fight as it's Sillinger dropping the gloves and taking his pound of flesh from Frederic Brunet as that one ended quickly.
Yeah, Sillinger took a good run at Farinacci on the far wall there. He wasn't too happy about the hit that he took and then dropped the gloves.
And I don't know what Brunet was. He came at him but wouldn't drop his gloves. He just he's got like 4 inches on him.
Yeah, that was a pretty good showing from Owen Sillinger. Tail of the tape on this one. Brunet stands 6'3", 195. We'll be back with more in the third next. Monsters trailing Providence 5-3 with just under 7 minutes to go. Cleveland heading to the penalty kill momentarily. Fans, don't miss a minute of AHL action this year with AHL TV. Watch every game live and experience the thrills and excitement of AHL hockey, featuring cutting-edge technology, interactive features, and fan-friendly subscription prices. AHL TV is available on multiple devices, so you can watch where you want, when you want, the way you want. Visit ahltv.com to sign up now. Draw to the left side of the Monsters zone. It will be power play number 4 for the Providence Bruins, and the Monsters just 1 for 3 on the kill tease in the game. It's an area that Cleveland's going to be focusing on going forward, you'd have to think, the penalty kill.
Yeah, and this is a key moment of the game. They're going to need a kill here if they want to have any chance to be able to come back in the last 7 minutes.
Another false start on the faceoff. This time it is the Providence centerman that is escorted from the circle.
These linesmen just need to drop the puck. They kind of think it's about them.
It is taking a little longer than normal tonight to get the puck into play. Draw one back. Here's Sweezy. Pounds one off the glass and gets that out to center ice. Sabaro taking his time. Gets the puck back in the drop feed there from Lysell. Monsters doing a nice job on their own blue line. Here's a chance for Dunn now with Angle. Dunn fires this one over the net. Tyler Angle is there, right corner, pinned up by Richard. 6:20 left in this third period. Stuffed up the wall by Toporowski. It'll be taken by Angle. Angle dumps it in.
Good job on that PK right there.
How impressed have you guys been with Tyler Angle to start the season, embracing his role?
Yeah, he's been really good, just being a guy that they can count on, put on the ice in any situation right now. Face-offs, he's done, gotten real good at that.
Turnover here, it's Pucha shorthanded, firing, and that one just wide. Mikhail Pucha has so much skill, and that time picked his spot, almost found it.
Yeah, he was able to shoot that one in stride, just missed the far side.
And he takes out Toporowski, who was trying to draw another penalty there, as Pearson drives the net, and he'll take a goaltender interference penalty. Went straight for the goaltender, Bussy, and Pearson, with no one near him there, is going to head to the box the next time the Monsters make contact with the puck. Boquist enters the zone, feeds on the right side. Megna fires, and he scores from a sharp angle, beats Greaves, and it's a 6-3 lead for Providence. A power play strike again for the Bruins.
Yeah, the Bruins entered the zone there. Megna was coming down the wing, and I think he was looking to try and get a whistle so that they could get that 5-on-3, and was able to put it right by short side of Greaves.
So the time of the goal, 14 minutes and 42 seconds of this third period, as Megna's got his 4th goal of the season and 7th point. And so it's a 3-goal lead for the Bruins again. So 31 seconds remains on the Sillinger penalty, but Pearson is going to head into the box.
Well, one of those penalties has got to be over.
Yeah. Right.
They
so
scored.
Trying to sort it out here. Sillinger stays in because he's got the
fight. Yeah.
Fight.
So Butler came out. Butler was serving his 2. Butler's out.
Got it. And Pearson takes a seat for his 2 for charging the netminder there. And so it's still a power play for the Bruins. And they are awfully scoring at an awfully impressive clip on the power play today. 3 for 4. This their 5th chance.
Their power play is going to go up some percentage. They were one of the lowest in the league going into this game.
They absolutely were. Boquist then sent one around the end boards for the Bruins, and Cleveland will chop it all the way down ice. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. 6-3, Providence in front. Up the left side. This one dropped off by Merkulov. Picked up here by Riley Walsh, who will coast it to the right of Jet Greaves. Sweezy shouldered off by Walsh in the corner, and then goes right back at him and bullies him down to the ice. Now it's fed left circle. Boquist, and he draws a penalty. Dunn's going to go to the box here. It looked like a good defensive play, but instead they're going to call slashing against Josh Dunn, and the Monsters will be down 2 skaters.
Can't go more than 30 seconds this period, feels like, without a penalty being called. Now the Monsters are going to be down 5-on-3.
You're down 3 goals. You got 4:25 left. You look at the replay, Jock. Dunn coming down on top of the stick there. The guy's in possession of the puck. At what point is that just a defensive attempt?
I don't understand that rule. I mean, he hit his blade. It wasn't like he hit up the shaft.
I agree, and it didn't prevent him from making a move or releasing a shot. It was just a nice defensive play.
You got to be able to defend. I don't know, I know they want offense, but I just think it's a silly rule.
Here's Lizell to the doorstep. Greaves with a good aggressive push out of the crease there, but still in possession are the Bruins. Here's Zabarl out high. He'll feed the left circle. Lizell waits, fires high and wide to the right. Off the glass, held in right point by Jakob Zabarl. Zabarl to the left circle for Lizell. He'll pivot his way to the high slot. Feeds base the right circle, and Richard sent it off the mark and off the glass, and it careens back to the Bruins zone. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Then it's going to be more than a minute, or just under a minute, I should say, of 5-on-4 power play time for Providence, already leading 6-3. Bruins back to work in the O zone. Zabarl to his right, it's Richard. Tried to shuttle that one down to Toporowski beneath that far circle, and Cleveland gets there. His angle clears. 5 seconds left before Pearson will come back onto the ice as Bussey leaves it for his defenseman. Walsh out to the red line, leaves it. Here's Megna, has the most recent goal. Clips to the right side, taken away by Cleveland and Puccia, but not cleared. It's now 40 seconds left in the 5-on-4. As the Monsters have Josh Dunn's slashing penalty still ticking away here. Pearson comes up with the puck at center ice, gains the offensive blue line, stopped up trying to swivel a pass to Christensen, who joined him. Now the Monsters have to retreat. Here is Bolkvist, but a nice back check there from Christensen. Took the puck away, and Pearson trying to swat it to center. Can't quite get that job done, but is still working hard on this shift to try and kick that puck, get it any way he can out to neutral territory. Megna then had a man on the doorstep. That was Merkulov. Back to Megna, left dot, waits and shoots, and this one off the leg of Christensen. Trying to thread the needle with the pass. Now the penalty to Dunn has expired. The Monsters are back to full and even strength, but here's another chance for Brazo, and he turns and scores. 7-3 Providence Bruins, the latest goal to Justin Brazo. And for the Monsters, that should just about do it in tonight's game.
Brazo was able to find that puck, and the scrum work it out of the corner and beat Jet short side underneath the blocker.
So it is a 4-goal deficit, the largest lead of the game. Yeah, just over that right pad, and watch Jet there. The blocker just above the leg pad there, and there was enough daylight that Brazo found it. His third of the season comes at 17:41. 7-3 Providence. Off the ensuing faceoff. Knazgo got the puck in deep. It's Knazgo and Kuhlmans right now with Delbel Belluz out there alongside Carson Meyer and Hunter McCown. Bruins up the left side. This one goes all the way down. Knazgo going to get there. It's icing. Faceoff's going to come back into the Providence zone. So the scoreboard doesn't look great tonight, but the attendance sure was. 10,127 souls aboard. Second 5-digit crowd of the young campaign for Cleveland already. And the fans were trying to get into this game, but the Monsters playing catch-up most of the night. Just didn't give them a whole lot to cheer about in this one, Tease, if we're being honest, with the exception of that beautiful comeback from down 2-0. It's just been uphill.
Yeah, those 2 minutes there in the second period where the Monsters scored those goals, the fans were into it. It's always great to see that big-time crowd that comes out here in Cleveland supporting their hockey.
So the Monsters back to work in the final 2 minutes here, down 4 at 7-3. Puck off the glass, out to center. Kuntar backs his way across the line. Sends one down low where Cleveland's Kuhlmans was able to strip the puck carrier there. That was McLaughlin, and now it's back inside the Providence line. Zabarl pivots. Here's Regula. Connecting there in the center circle with Lizell. 1:10 to go in this third period. And a penalty call. Another one. Why not? Tripping this time.
Couldn't make it to the end.
Drawing it was Lizell, and Hunter McCown will get to finish the game sitting in the penalty box. Guys, as it certainly appears that the Monsters are going to have a tough time scoring 4 goals shorthanded here in a minute to tie the game, just what went wrong tonight for Cleveland? Where were the lapses that proved ultimately the most costly in your opinion, Brad?
Well, I think maybe just not burying some of their chances early in the first maybe would have changed some of the early parts of the game. I know Jet would probably like to have made a few saves to give the guys a more of an opportunity here in the third to come back, but the good thing is to play the same team here tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Off the face-off, Monsters clear. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, they'll have to definitely look at the video and work on something in their penalty kill. And like T said, I think that was definitely not Jet's best game. And their penalty killing just has to do a way better job.
Here's Brunet, left point, rink wide. As we've got 40 seconds to play in the game, deflected. Puck goes out of play. What do you think, Tease? Chance we see Pavel Chayan tomorrow?
There's probably a good chance of that. He's looking forward to his opportunity to get back in the net. Only had the one start this year, but came in a couple weeks ago, played well against Syracuse in relief, and he's a guy that had a good training camp as well, and Traverse City and in Columbus, and more than ready for that opportunity to get back in the net.
Yeah, last time he got game action was on the 20th of October, stopped 15 of 16 in relief, as you mentioned, of Jet Greaves.
Oh.
And now watch out. The puck trying to be cleared was fired sharply on a line into the Monsters bench, or did it get into the crowd? Hopefully everyone's okay.
That thing was coming in hot. Everyone was ducking for cover and putting their hands up on the Monsters bench because that was coming in.
Looks like it was Mike Havlin and Ben Eves right there with their lives flashing before their eyes, and it appears everyone avoided contact with that puck. 30 seconds left. Monsters will finish the game down a skater. It's been a penalty-filled, kind of sloppy contest here. Looking for something more controlled in both directions tomorrow night. Final 15 seconds. Puck out to the left point, Brunet. Brunet down the wall. This one gathered in now by Farinacci. Thinks it over, feeds Arsenault, who scored earlier. 5 seconds left. One last shot attempt goes wide left. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, that's it. The horn sounds and brings a merciful end to this game. The final score, Providence 7 and the Monsters 3. So the winning streak for Cleveland, it lasted 4 games, but it's history now. The Monsters' record is 5-3-0. They're 2-2 at home. Providence, meanwhile, improves to the 500 mark. They're 3-3, 1-2, 2-2 on the road. And through one game of a 4-game season series, it's the Bruins making a statement here with the 7-3 victory. Tease, all this one does is set the table for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it does. It's going to leave a sour taste in everyone's mouth here tonight. Chance to regroup, get some sleep, and sun comes up tomorrow, and another game tomorrow as well.
We'll take a quick break here, come back with our 3 stars of the game as the Monsters fall to Providence 7-3. We'll wrap it up next from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
I'm John. I'm a pharmacist for Discount Drug Mart, but that's not all I am. I'm a healthcare provider, good listener, and a problem solver. I've been a pharmacist for Drug Mart for over 30 years, and that's a long time to get to know your patients. And each week we hear as many concerns as there are patients. Just the other day, I special ordered a medication for Mrs. Briscoe, just to make sure she didn't miss a dose. I'm proud that our patients trust me with their pharmacy needs, and I promise that Discount Drug Mart will always be there for you.
Tonight's second star with 1 goal and 1 assist from the Providence Bruins, number 22, Fabian Lysell.
Welcome back to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. The Monsters fall to the Providence Bruins tonight by a final score of 7-3. Let's take a look at our 3 stars of the game in just a moment here, as the Providence Bruins really racking up some statistics here tonight. Really, it was all about the specialty teams, so you can really go in a lot of different directions when you're looking at the 3 stars here. Our 3rd star of the game today, a former Monster, albeit many years ago, Vincent Arsenault, taking a rather conservative spin out there. His 2nd star of the game is Fabian Lysell. Lysell opened the scoring at 13-13 of the first period, so he takes home 2nd star honors. And your first star of the game, Jocko won't like this. It's Luke Toporowski. He not only scores goals, but he draws penalties. And so Toporowski with 2 goals is your first star in this one. Tease, quick, final thought on this game. It was a sloppy one, lots of goals, but still somehow found a way not to be the most entertaining hockey game.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a slogfest through the second and third with all those penalties, and unfortunately, it kind of got away from the Monsters.
We'll take a quick break, come back, and wrap things up one last time from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse right after this. Providence 7, Monsters 3. Up next, our final thoughts.
Maria's ready to buy her first home.
But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks.
Good thing I have big news. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? That's a good deal, right?
Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
At University Hospitals, we're here for the Cleveland Monsters. And we're here for our area's youth hockey teams. As the official healthcare partner of the Cleveland Monsters, we're here for fast skating, precision passing, and every athlete in Northeast Ohio. With expert sports medicine and world-class everyday care to keep everyone reaching their goals.
Goals are my specialty.
We're University Hospitals, and we're here for you.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the store that saves you the runaround, and by SeatGeek. SeatGeek handles the tickets so Monsters fans can fan. SeatGeek.
Monsters fall by a final of 7-3 to the Providence Bruins on home ice tonight. First game ever for these two franchises. Hard to believe they've never played, but until tonight, they hadn't. Let's take a look at our final stats in this one before we say so long here. Tease real quick. To me, it's obvious. 4 for 7 on the power play, 3 for 7 for Cleveland. Special teams were the story.
Yeah, it was a special teams battle, and when you give up 4 on the PK, it's not a recipe for success most nights.
Definitely not. Let's bring in Jock Calendar one last time. Jocko, we've talked about it, a chance to get headed in the right direction again tomorrow for Cleveland, and they're going to be ready for that game, you got to imagine, after this one.
Yeah, they'll have to be mad and hungry and, get to playing like they did the first 10 minutes of the game. And I don't know if it's something that Providence did to change that or if the Monsters just let off the gas. But, I like their power play. It was moving it even when the times it didn't score. But the penalty kill's got to do a better job. And 5-on-5, I think, has to be better also.
Well, guys, first telecast of the year in the books. Big thanks to you guys. Great job tonight. Great stuff, Jocko. Thanks, and we will see you with our next telecast. Tease, great job as well. We've got a lot of thank yous to hand out tonight. Want to thank everybody on this first show of the year. AJ Johnson filling in, doing a great job as our director. Dave McElhatton, you got the MVP tonight. D-Mac, he produced, filling in for Dan Larson. Big thanks to Dominic Crow, RTD, Dan Shade on audio, Mike Pachta on graphics, Melissa Monroe working the score box, Ryan Boobanks, our phone AD, and Selena Zevnik coordinating the timeouts. Thanks to Kenny Rhoda, to Brad Thiessen, to Jock Calendar. I'm Tony Brown saying so long from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse as the Monsters fall 7-3. Good night from Cleveland.